Las Vegas, the grandest stage of them all. We are just one short week away from the largest Golden Tee World Championship in history. The bright lights, the high-tension atmosphere, the best players in the world, but only one can be crowned champion. Who will harness the ice in their veins and rise to the occasion? Who will cement their legacy and board their flight home as the 2024 Golden Tee World Champion? This is the Road to Worlds.
Paul Taylor is the reigning world champion. In 2023, he broke through the mold and put on a stellar performance to claim his title. Could he be the one to win back-to-back world championships?
My name is Paul Taylor. I play on screen as the house and the current reigning world champion of Golden Tee. When I'm not playing Golden Tee, I like to find a casino, spin some slots. Also stocking a pond with some goldfish and some koi, which is I find very entertaining. In preparation for a big tournament, I try to play the courses or the holes that I find the most challenging to the point where I feel like I can hit a shot under any amount of stress or pressure. I've got some folks from back home traveling out to Vegas for Worlds this year, celebrating a friend's birthday, and I want to make sure those guys see a good show.
Miss Paige Gossett is going to bring your check up here for you. Anything else you want to say, Mr. New World Champion? Here's to Paul Anthony Luna.
It's crossed my mind that I should probably prepare some thoughts in case I do end up on the podium again. My favorite thing about Golden Tee is the competition and the feeling you get from a win or even a big loss. And there's no bigger magnifying lens than the World Championship for those feelings. The house always wins.
Andy Haas is a two-time Golden Tee World Champion and one of the greatest players to ever grace a trackball. Will he cement his legacy and become the first ever three-time World Champion?
Andy Haas, two-time World Champion, plays Ship It, and won 30-plus national tournaments. My favorite thing to do outside of Golden Tee is, besides spending time with my wife and son, is to play golf. It is. My son has started to come and play with me a couple times a week. He's getting really good. He's excited to come to a tournament soon, and yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Future world champion?
I don't know about that, but I mean, he's getting there. For me, I just getting ready for a tournament. I try to play just as many games as possible. That's how I get ready. I just get that muscle memory and just play as much as possible and go from there. Well, I feel like the mental is a big thing, but if I don't have reps, if I'm not playing, I'm not going to be comfortable. Even if I see the right shot, I just might not. So that's why I like to have a lot of reps, so the physical part is not second nature, and the mental is all I can focus on.
Andy has got a chance here to force sudden death. As he pulls back the trackball, swing it to the left. And
Got a good line.
Unbelievable! Are you kidding me? Holy folks!
Incredible. Wow. It's why we watch. This is absolutely madness.
I don't know that I hold myself to a higher standard than any other top player. I may be more outwardly emotive than other guys, and so it might seem like that, but I think we're all, when you don't live up to what you're capable of, it's frustrating, and maybe I show that a little more than others sometimes, but I don't think I'm unique in that regard. Goal for Worlds this year, obviously I want to win, but I haven't had a podium there since I won in 2016, so historically for me, Worlds has been a feast or famine. It's either a win or something much less than that, so hoping for a good year this year. My favorite part about competing for Worlds is just the stakes. I mean, we're playing for a lot of money, and not even just the money, just the prestige of the title, and so it feels like a different tournament because it is, and so it makes each match that much more, consequential. And I like playing with a lot of the line. I hope the passion and enjoyment that I show when I'm playing the game, I hope that it makes them bigger fans of the game, and I hope it's fun to watch.
Ed Godfrey has been going through a renaissance in his Golden Tee career, boasting a second-place finish at last year's World Championship. Watch out for Eddie G this year. He will be a tough competitor on the grand stage, especially with some of the amazing shots he creates.
My name is Ed Godfrey. I go by Eddie G, and I finished second in the World Championship 2023. So my routine lately is ramping up like the amount of games that I'll play. Like usually, like when I have a tournament coming up, like I'm going like full speed. I'm playing as much as possible, like almost daily if I can do it. This is actually pretty funny. So I just recently found pickleball, which is like sweeping the nation, right? I used to play tennis back in high school, and just recently, I found pickleball, and it's great. I love it because I don't have to run around like a big tennis court. My goals for Worlds and the National Golden Tee Tour is to, first off, finally get a PEGT victory, because I've been top 4 finisher numerous times. And obviously my goal for the World Championship is being so close last year. Like I really feel like I can compete, and I'm going to be, someone that's going to be in the mix this year. What sets Worlds apart for me is the competition is so huge, and it's completely different. Like there are so many good players there. Like you have to have your A game. So what I have to say about my family, friends, and fans, up until like probably the last year, my kids have gotten older, and my wife has started to come to tournaments, which has been really great. And when she doesn't come, she's always putting me on the stream for my kids to watch, and I love that. Like, and they'll call me like when I'm not playing and let me know, hey Dad, I saw you on the stream, and it's really the best thing. And as far as the fans go, like I love meeting new people that say, hey, I watched you on the stream, like I really love your game, like that means a lot to me, and those are the type of people where I try to play like a few games with them, like because it's the first time they're meeting people that they're used to watching, right? So that I try to actively go out and try to play with them for sure.
Paul Anthony Luna won his first Golden Tee World Championship back in 2022. Although his national tour performance so far this year is not what we expect from this dynamo, it is certain that his World's performance will be fireworks.
My name is Paul Luna. My handle in the game is Luna. I'm the 2022 World Champion, the 2-time TOC World Champion, and 12-time PEGT Tour Champion.
Yeah, but even with these two guys, as great as they are, we've seen some ridiculous missed putts. This hole has decided this for people.
Who needs a missed
my
putt?
goodness!
When you hole out.
Luna holing out, and the look on Eddie Haas's face says it all.
My favorite thing to do outside of Golden Tee is probably sing karaoke. What I like about karaoke is the fact that I can sing, which I love to do. And I love music in general, so being able to sing in front of an audience is exciting. When getting ready for a big tournament, my routine is usually to play more games than I'm playing normally. That's basically it. And then I will, a lot of times, take a day off right before the tournament to kind of relax and, bring things in. It's a calming thing, My goal for Worlds, obviously, is to win it. Competing at Worlds is different because, for one, it's in Vegas, and it's the pinnacle of, Golden Tee prowess. It's the most sought-after title, in my opinion, and it's the most prestigious. Yeah, I would just like to say thank you for all your support. It means a lot to me that I have this giant support system and just people that that I love and love me. I feel really fortunate.
Joe Masar is one of the strongest competitors in all of Golden Tee golf. He is a two-time National Tour Player of the Year winner. The only feather missing from his cap is a first-place victory to earn himself a World Championship title.
I'm Joe Masar. I go by Giuseppe. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm the two-time Top Gun tournament winner and the 2023 Missouri Open winner. My favorite thing to do outside of Golden Tee would probably be spend time with my family and do some gaming. I enjoy gaming a lot with friends, kind of late at night and sometimes into the early morning, unfortunately. I try not to put too much pressure on myself. I like to try and keep things light, keep the expectations low and just play my game and kind of just let fate kind of do what it's supposed to do, and whatever happens, happens. The goal is always to win, but to obviously as well, entertain people, through my play and hopefully inspire people to want to play as well. Well, to most, they may look like high tension. I think, some of the more unusual shots that I might hit seem unusual to everyone else. Seem like they'd be high pressure, high risk, but it's more of a comfort for me. Obviously, having a lot of experience with the daily contest and learning from some of the greats over time, and just picking brains, and learning a lot about the game and how it works as well. The atmosphere, the energy, knowing that winning the World Championships is the pinnacle, that your name's going to kind of be etched in Golden Tee history forever. Because it's the Golden Tee's version of the Grand Slam, all kind of baked into one event. So you get one chance, and you just try your best to cement yourself into history. And the relationships that I've been able to build through Golden Tee is extremely meaningful to me. It's something that I cherish deeply, and to my family, I appreciate supporting doing what I do for a living and allowing me to do it, and causes it's pain sometimes, but it's really a blessing to be able to do it.
This is the first World Championship that Loell Park has ever qualified for. He's a much-loved personality among the GT community, but he will need to channel his inner flair for performance if he expects to make a run at this year's event.
My name is Loell Park. My IGN is Den Grogu because I love The Mandalorian. I played a couple of shows here in town when we've had Golden Tee tournaments going on. I try to keep it quiet for Steve so he can keep people in the bar, but it's really great having the guys come out and support me and show them my other side of what I do. and really kind of shine and maybe show off a little bit for those guys. But it's such a great community to have all these guys come out and support me doing my thing. It's just fantastic. Other than Golden Tee and the band, obviously, me and my girlfriend love to go camping. Love being in the outdoors. She's my soulmate. So, everything that we do together, like we love going on these adventures and going on road trips and stuff like that. And then obviously taking care of my kids is one of my passions as well. But yeah, and I love cooking. Cooking is my thing. I've actually never qualified for Worlds before, so I've never experienced it. So I've heard stories and I've seen guys go and show up and make it, like Dave Sandmeyer. But I've actually never been to Worlds before. But I can just imagine when you're on that stage, when you're you're among the elite players in the world, and I was just excited to make it. It was a grind. I probably DNF'd about 80 to 90 games. But I just had my mindset that I was going to do it, and I kept doing it until I made it. So it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. All I have to say is that Din Grogu's making a run this year. I'm hoping to make the main bracket in Vegas. But other than that, I love you all. I appreciate all your support, your love, everything you do for me. I can't thank you enough.
The gambler Ryan McCook is a veteran of the game and a wild card in this year's World Championship. When he is on top of his game, he has proven that he has ice in his veins. McCook thrives on the pressure.
My name is Ryan McCook. I am the gambler, and I'm still learning this game to try to be better. So when I prepare for a big tournament, it's definitely it's a process. So you have to monitor, drinking. You got to make sure you sleep, make sure you eat. You're with all your friends. You want to have a great time, but at the same time, you're there to win money and play well at the thing that you love. To me, it's very important to have a good balance. So, you have to balance the social aspect of it, and then you have to make yourself go home at 10 or 11 o'clock before the tournament, before qualifying, and make sure you feel good for the next day. So I'm going to Vegas this year solo. I will be focusing on Golden Tee this year, not playing real golf. I'm going to treat it very much like a job. So, obviously I want to win. I know I can win. It will be just ultimate focus and, doing the best that I can.
Must make for the future Hall of Famer McCook. Shots away, looks away. And what a shot. This is going to be in, and he nailed it! Oh my goodness! Hall of Famer! What a shot from the gambler!
That match with Bryce Lepic was incredible. It was probably one of the best matches ever recorded on YouTube. I knew I had to hold, obviously, either 17 or 18. I was one down. We both played pretty much perfect the entire time. When I got to 18, I saw what he did. He had a high tee, regular driver, just let it float down. He hit the exact shot he's supposed to hit, totally safe. There's no risk, easy putt. So I had to be more aggressive. So I had to go at the hole no matter what. My favorite part competing with Worlds is just it's our grand championship. So it's something that I've played this game for so long. I truly love the people in the game. It's truly a fraternity, high school reunion, kind of all mixed in. We all get along. There's never, drama or anything like that. And we just have a great time. So to be able to compete and have a chance to win ultimately makes me happy. It's more about the social aspect, to be with my friends and compete in something that I love. And if I can beat them at it, then, more the better. I will reach out to my parents for supporting me and loving me no matter what. They're obviously a huge part of my life, and they allow me to do what I can do, and it's truly So my dad is very, strict kind of guy. He's an accountant, CFO for a lot of places, and he never understood Golden Tee. So as he's retired now and he's older, he understands that it's a passion of mine, and he supports me and loves me for what I want to do. So that's important to me.
2024 marks the second time that Gordy Brown is attending the World Championship. Through repetition and dedication, he is trying to improve upon last year's performance and position himself in the gold bracket.
Gordy Brown. I go by downtown on Golden Tee for downtown Gordy Brown. I'm from Lake Orion, Michigan. My favorite thing to do outside of Golden Tee personally would be hunting. I have a lot of hobbies, but hunting is probably my top one. Everything that goes with it, shooting, bows, guns. Routine-wise, I just play a lot more. I try to ramp up my play within the 2 weeks prior and just play as much as I can, or if there's certain holes that I'm not 100% positive on, I just try to work on those. And I know when I play a lot more, I play better. So I started playing Golden Tee in 2012 or 2013. I was on a softball team, and we were sponsored by Cheers in Orlando, and one of the guys said, "Hey, let's go play Golden Tee," and I had no idea what it was. Played a game and got hooked ever since. And then, I say ever since, but I kind of stopped playing for 5 or 6 years and then just got back into it a couple years ago. And then in the last year to 2 years, tried to take it a lot more serious. Qualified and played in Worlds last year for my first time. Didn't do as well as I wanted to, so I was kind of determined to do better this year. I qualified on Red Sands this year, and I'm getting really excited. There's just so many good people and people that I call friends now that, didn't have years ago. So that's the fun side of it. But yes, I am super competitive. I do not like to lose at anything. And it's frustrating that I'm not as good as some of the people. So I look at some of the players that are better than me, and I just say, why can't I do that? And then try to get better. That's really my goal. And I would love to podium at a tournament and potentially win one someday. Probably not soon, but we'll see. My honest goal this year, I would say successful Worlds would probably be making the top 32 and making the main bracket. I would love to make the main bracket and win a match or two. To my family, my wife's very supportive, especially when I went through qualifying and went out late nights and multiple nights and things like that. So she's always encouraging me to go play, which is very nice. I couldn't imagine if I didn't have a supportive family. I probably don't have any fans, so no, I'm excited. I'm gonna do the best I can, and I'm gonna keep trying to get better.
Sean Gervais is a dark horse. He started the year off hot with a second-place finish in Florida and a first-place finish in Wisconsin. He has a unique approach to shot shaping and will try to swerve his way to his first World Championship.
My name is Sean Gervais, and I'm playing currently as Whoop That Trick. It's kind of a wrestling reference, if you don't know wrestling, but whatever. But so far, it's been a pretty good year. Obviously, second place in Orlando, and slightly disappointed the way that ended. So I was like, we need to finish the story in Wisconsin, and sure enough, I did. My favorite thing to do outside of Golden Tee currently is poker. Because of no more casinos now in Texas, playing a lot of poker. My favorite hand, Jack 10 suited. A lot of guys like to warm up and just get warmed up. I can come right in and just get to it. I've never really broken through at Worlds other than like a 7th, 8th, I believe. And I love the way I'm playing this year, and I feel like this could be it. Sets me apart is the way I shape my shots different mainly than everyone else. I mean, there's a lot of people straight thumb things or But I pretty much swerve everything into the wind. My game, really. Come out and support me in in Vegas. It's going to be fun, and I'm ready to put on a show.
As the sun sets in Las Vegas, we are only one day closer to the World Championship. The bright lights of Las Vegas set an electric atmosphere for the championship stage. The biggest prize pool in Golden Tee history and eternal glory are up for grabs. Will we see our first three-time world champion? Will an underdog emerge from the pack and set a new standard of greatness? When the smoke clears and the dust settles, who will shine the brightest? Tune in next week, starting Thursday and all weekend long, to see the best Golden Tee players on the planet battle it out in the pinnacle of competition.
Hello, friends, and welcome. It's Friday night, and it's time for our Target Rush tournament here at the 2024 Golden Tee World Championships. Alongside the People's Champ, once with me, here with me again. I am the Alpha, Chris Longino, and it's Friday night. It's our Golden Tee party. It's time to get some more people to play this tournament.
Yeah, we've got 9 spots open in tonight's Target Rush qualifier between last-minute family needs, work trips, and just other things people have dropped out. So we've got a pretty full spot here, Green Street in Las Vegas at the Palms. If you're in the area, there's still plenty of time to come and hang out and just see the action here. Busy day and a half, 2 days of the Golden Tee Mobile World Championship. Rick Copperthorne, 2024 Golden Tee Mobile World Champ. Guess what? 4 years of tournaments, 2-time world champs, Tony Johnson, and now Rick Copperthorne. So now we are turning our attention to Golden Tee Arcade World Championship. $35,000 top prize, $161,000 in the prize pool this weekend.
Yeah. And 9 other people hoping to join that field today or tonight here in the Target Rush tournament. We're going to let's break this down a little bit also. How tonight's rules, best 2 out of 3, correct?
Yeah, so you're going to flip for who goes first, best 2 out of 3, double elimination.
Okay. So double elimination. Did you get a count on how many players we've gotten to so far?
We've got 52 right now.
52 players, all right. 52 players that want to come to Las Vegas and be a part of this World Championship field. You can tell how much people care. This room's starting to fill up. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, and a decent amount of the mobile crew still sticking around. A few of those guys getting into the tournament as well. It's already been busy action Thursday and Friday, and it's going to get even hotter, somehow hotter than the 115 degrees outside in Las Vegas. Tomorrow, 5-course qualifier, the top 32 going on to that World Championship bracket on Sunday, the next 64 going down to the silver bracket. Still some good money there, but what these players want to compete for is the Hodgkin-Zielinski World Championship trophy, and, these guys
get the names on it right here.
Oh, yeah. These guys are the cream of the crop, the top echelon of Golden Tee players from across the world, and they travel to Las Vegas because there's a lot of money on the line. There's a lot of gravitas at stake. Just, hey, I am the best in the world, and there's only a few people that can, lay claim to that, including one CM Punk, but we won't get into that. I'll try my best to not make too many wrestling references, but
it's going to be hard with me and you here.
I know. I screwed up because I wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. But we are getting a final count as we roll a little bit over to 7:05. A ton of Golden Tee action. By the way, follow everything at Golden Tee. You can watch us live on Twitter or X, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Subscribe, like, share that stuff. Marketing team, Cleo, Sean, Travis, and, of course, Andy Kuhlman in production. Everyone working hard this weekend and putting out some really cool content, and including Richard King, Mr. Golden Tee TV.
Good to see him walking normally.
Yes, I think he's been running around too much. He's starting to get his hobble back, but that man is doing a lot of good work for us, so we appreciate it.
I tell you what, despite even if it's a different game, this room still has the feel. It still has we've got a lot of guys that are here and they want a shot at getting into this field. Happy to have 52 players so far, but we should get a few more before we get this thing started tonight. But this place what a good venue. I like this.
Yeah, this is one of those things where we've got relationships with Yamava, who owns the Palms, and of course people at the Palms here with the Incredible Technologies casino gaming side. And so it was very natural for us when we were looking for kind of that next step to do something different. We've had the stage on the Orleans. We did the Westgate Ballroom. We had notoriety last year. And I think so far, especially as it gets packed, I feel a little bit better because, when it's Thursday and Friday afternoon, you got a handful of players getting games in. It's one thing, but when you get 50-plus non-qualifiers, 96 qualifiers, the mobile players, wives, husbands, etc., this place will get packed really quick. And, Gino, we've done this enough. Let's talk through the Friday of it all and then going into Saturday and Sunday and what the players and the viewers can expect.
Well, tonight, for the guys that have already qualified in this field, they are going to play in a money shot tournament. And tonight's just it's kind of everybody's in town. Everybody's been kind of filtering in for the last couple days. Everybody's just kind of getting themselves loosened up. Tomorrow, it'll be very tight. It'll be very, very, I wouldn't say tense, but just getting it going at 11 a.m. tomorrow as guys try to get themselves into this 32-man tournament.
Well, hey, let me interrupt you really quick because when you were on the Golden Blab podcast that Adam and I do, which I just realized we have not recorded an episode for yet, we'll get there. You had a very good line, and I've butchered it the couple of times I mentioned it, but talk about the mentality going into that 5-course qualifier. We talk about Friday night being that party. Part of the problem of that is it's Vegas, and people love to enjoy themselves, and sometimes that can take effect into Saturday qualifiers. The players this year know the qualifying courses in advance. They know their qualifying groups, but again, your Friday night could really set the tone for your Saturday, and of course, that Saturday is definitely going to set the tone for what what Sunday will become for these guys.
Friday has ruined some qualifiers for some Golden Tee players before. I say this commonly: you can't win a Golden Tee tournament on Saturday, but you can sure as hell lose it.
And I think I speak for the both of us and hundreds, if not thousands, of people out there. We've done it. We've experienced that. We've had our fun, and it makes Saturday rough. And again, Vegas, it does a lot to the body, the mind, and the soul, and especially when you're controlling that trackball, it is there's a lot of mentality that can be ruined by Las Vegas.
Yeah, and just most of the, especially the best ones, they're keeping it in check, keeping it light right now. But when it comes time tomorrow, they're basically just playing games, making sure everything is crisp. Gordy's up on the stage right now. He's qualifying on that machine tomorrow. He wants to see how that feels up there. So we're and these machines are new, by the way. If you ask a good Golden Tee player, a trackball takes a few games to break in, and these guys are basically doing that to all these machines. Right now.
It's been nice having the mobile tournament on Thursday and Friday. We let the players in earlier than we have before, which is obviously by design. Let these players get in, break the trackball, get warmed up. And honestly, so far, have not heard any complaints, and I know I'm jinxing it by saying it. Also, I'm getting numbers in my headset. We have 53 players signed up, which means somebody needs to go find Dave Sandmeyer and convince him to play in Target Rush. Make sure you ask him about his upgraded strip view of Las Vegas, because if you haven't seen it on Golden Tee Fan Facebook group, it's pretty hilarious. And it's perfect for a great, funny man of the community like Dave Sandmeyer.
But a guy that really doesn't take himself too seriously and comes out here and really just appreciates the camaraderie and appreciates being around this more than being just a player and trying to get into this field. I imagine in his mind it's going to be hard to duplicate what happened in 18 and what that closest to the pin night was for him.
And you're going to hear Steve Sobel in the background, not keeping the noise down. Watching these guys on the stage as we take a quick little water break over here.
I was wondering if it was stream-worthy material to go cut over to Steve Sobel right now.
It actually would be pretty hilarious, but we got our roaming camera set up stock right now.
So right now Steve's going through the room. He is, and the names I'm hearing are people that have not qualified. So we're getting this Target Rush tournament started. Sobel calling out machines.
And you know what's funny, too? We talked about this earlier. You see him in the background with his Wolves jersey. Tony Johnson, unfortunately, not having the run that he would have liked as the reigning, defending, previously undisputed champion Golden Tee Mobile from 2023. But he's still a damn good arcade player. He may not play as much, but, man, I expect him to definitely grab one of those qualifying spots.
There's a few guys that are in this Target Rush field that have played World Championships before. But Tony's especially one of the guys that if he were to get his spot, he would be one of the favorites also to maybe make the cut as well. He's made a lot of cuts in his life.
Machine 16, Danny Boyd, Alan Wilcox. Machine 17, Paul Sane, Mike Arrington. Machine 18.
We should have had Paige wear the headset and call out the matches.
As we're getting a little shot of Sobel right now. Good call by Lux over there going to go get a shot.
Call your name to be in the next round of matches.
All right, so you'll see the stage clear. Right now you're looking, of course, Al Jazz getting his World Championship qualifier jersey, already thrown it on. John Totora, Greg Kinsler, former two-time world champ. We talked about this. Andy Haas, two-time world champ, who's here, riding high on some good momentum from the last, just year of Golden Tee. Kinsler not playing as much, but 5 years ago he wasn't playing much and took a top 4 spot, just like our dear friend Mark Stenmark, two-time world champ, who, especially on a weekend like this that we truly miss. And, this is the first World Championship where, he is no longer with us. But you definitely feel his presence here because everybody in this room, almost everybody, has hung out with Mark Stenmark, played Golden Tee with Mark Stenmark, and we're working on some really cool things with his family for next year's Golden Tee, including donating some of the entry fees and T-shirt sales this weekend to the charity, a local Houston charity, in his honor. But it's hard not to think of him, leading up into this weekend and just a presence. But a guy who said, "Don't bet on me in 2019. I haven't played in 6 months. I'm going to school." And guess what? He wins the World Championship and becomes another 2-time champ. And so, for Greg Kinsler and Andy Haas, good chance one of those guys can become a first ever 3-time world champ.
I sat at dinner with Andy Haas last night, and he is no short of confidence this weekend. No shortage in that department. He is convicted in the way he's choosing to approach this game. The holes that he's able to capitalize on with the golf balls he needs to play right now. I have not seen his confidence like this in this championship, but it still comes down to Sunday for him.
Yeah, and you see these guys starting to getting checked in here. I'm going to assume our final numbers were probably 54, which is a pretty solid number here, especially when Vegas is damn hot. And I'm laughing and trying to keep it down because I just watched Wes walk by with his hilariously jackass T-shirts. I don't know what else to call it because he is funny. And 22 machines here at the World Championship. 20 machines going to be used for tonight. 16 machines for qualifying tomorrow. And then 20 machines used for Championship Sunday. So we're going to have 2 machines in the back that players can use to warm up and everything like that. So it's kicking things off here. Yeah, just about to have almost a hole-in-one.
And here we go with not sure who this is. I know he's playing with Scott Peterson. And by the way, a different animal. We hitting some quality shots real close. So this should go pretty quickly.
It just went away.
All right, so there's somebody looks like they had practiced that. 699,000. That's a good line. Now Scott's got to be ready to go. Here's Scott Peterson, Pacific Northwest.
And this is a beautiful setup here for Target Rush, and minus that shot.
And I'd like to take this opportunity. Pulling back the golf club in this game does not help your cause.
No, but it's tough though. It is really tough to not just push that thing forward and scooch it on too far.
Yeah.
Now that's the line he needs, but again, sometimes a little too little too late. But again, this is a double elimination, so he is going to end up going first the next round. And if we have to go into a third game, go back to the standings of this one.
All right, so 234. So we'll call him player. Oh no, Skills of Manila, Skills of Mania, or Skills.
Skills Mania.
Is that what I said? Okay.
I don't know. That sounds good.
Every match is best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3.
If you heard that from here, I think you should have. It's best 2 out of 3. Steve Sobel just let you know.
Yeah, he didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to be heard on the stream.
Now, if Mex I Can, I believe that's Eric. No, Eric Rios is just Mex. Once again, I'll have to start playing the search game on the GT Caddy app.
Well, and it's tough too. When you have this many new players non-qualified, it is tough to get everybody's name up into production. So we're going to be playing the nickname game with a lot of these guys. But 9 qualifying spots on the line.
Some of them, not all of them. We know,
not
we
all
know,
of them,
we
but
know
some of them.
Guys. Yeah. Now we got Drew Money. Also, I got to realize on my phone I haven't put a new GT Caddy app in yet. So
nice.
I just had a new phone. Got a new phone this morning. So.
Oh yeah. I know enough of the story, but I'm not going to. Won't call you out on it.
No, that's fine. You lose your phone, you got to go get another one. Just all we had to do today. So here we are, Scott Peterson. Oof, he's going to have to find a way to just cut it in a little bit more. That green is going the opposite direction.
And here's the thing. For somebody like me who has super spin clubs, it really takes some adjustment. For those players that have played a little bit of target rush for a while, you're going to see darts. If Eddie G was allowed to be in this competition, he would be playing darts and just smacking around like that. 265,000.
Skills Manila. As he's going to get this one started, and Kevin Lindsay is being called. So he's going to step away from the booth here for just a second. I'm going to take over. Kevin Lindsay has to go deal with a tournament issue. And a very close hole-in-one, if that was not a hole-in-one already. But it looks like this dude has played at this and – 8 seconds to go. This has been pretty much a walk, and he will move on. Scott Peterson, and there's an ace, and 1.2 million in the target rush game. That's a good score. So here we go. We got Drew Money. Looks like he's a 24 handicap. And where we got Mexican. So here we go. Drew Money up first. Jordan Cook making the trip down here. I hear his name being called for the target rush qualifier. Jordan Cook's played in a few tournaments, so see how this goes. Got some players in here, I know.
John Church. Patrick Walsh. John Church on 7.
Once again, this guy bringing the club back probably takes an extra second to really just have that backswing. For most guys, I think just hitting it forward is probably the best strategy. And try to get one off. Oh, 429. Just remember, you were watching live streaming coverage of the 2024 Golden Tee World Championship. This is the last chance target rush qualifier, guys. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe buttons for us, please. Get my comments up here. First off, appreciate everybody who listens to Gino's Golden Tee podcast. As I saw down in the comments section, I appreciate everybody that gives us the love that we want for this. We appreciate everybody that gives us a download. It's a labor of love for us, and appreciate you tuning in. As we see, looks like Mexican will move on. 9 shots, though. Yeah, that's important. You got to have quite a few shots to really set yourself apart in this. So No, he doesn't move on. So we're going to a third match. I'm good. That's up to him. Kevin's over there. He's supposed to be right here. He's just asking. All right. As I have one of the players here in the Golden Tee World Championship. I have my notes on my previous phone. I know what week you qualified. I can't remember at the moment. Seth Harris, the Texas Tech defense.
Week 3.
Week 3. Got it done early.
Yeah, got off to a hot start, and it was a good week.
Yeah. Played a large target rush before, sir?
I have not. I played like 4 games.
Getting a little bit of a crash course. I played some. All right. Last year when we were at the at Notoriety, the feeling was that it came with some positive reviews, but then once you get into it, 60 seconds is a very short time to play a competitive round. A lot of guys just continue to want to play their round. But that being said, 54 players in this thing to come out to play target rush for a world
54?
championship. Yeah. 9 spots available.
I mean, and you got, what, 10 spots?
9, I think.
9?
9 last I heard.
I mean, that's pretty good odds.
Yeah. Worth the trip, especially if you make it.
I mean, target rush is unique. There's nothing else in Golden Tee that's time-based. So, it throws an extra element into the game.
I'll tell you what, Steve Beatty told me last night why he does not like target rushes, because it penalizes you for bringing the club back. Like, the best shots are just hitting it forward and hitting it just without it's an extra half second to your time to take a backswing. And that's the difference between taking an extra shot in the game and not. So.
And that extra shot is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think, at least talking to other people, it seems like the kind of the secret to the game is the darts and the amount of time that it's on the green and the roll, or the lack of roll.
Yeah, that's a popular golf. It's like guys play money shot with that ball too, and close to the darts are a golf ball basically meant for something like this, where it's just meant to get to a part of the green and just stop for a little bit.
And I just got called, I believe.
All right.
On my qualifying machine.
All right. Well, Seth, hit him good. Good luck,
Appreciate
sir.
It. Hey, good to talk to you, man.
Always, man. Appreciate you. As Seth Harris, ladies and gentlemen, and we're looking over here, Jordan Cook. As a lot of guys that are in the money shot tournament also kind of rotating the guests as we're bringing in another one. All right, and we used to call him the big head. I don't hear anybody call you the big head anymore.
Well, you could thank my ex-wife for that. She coined the Jason Waterfall thing because of her mishearing of lyrics. So,
Brandon Robinson, runner-up at the Carolina Clash, was a fourth place finish in 2022, right? Correct?
That was a heck of a run, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a hell of a day.
Didn't expect that.
No, that was not on our bingo card that day.
No, mine either.
So.
And here we are sitting in front of the wonderful trophy.
The Hodgson Zielinski Trophy.
It's a tremendous-looking trophy.
Yeah, I'm very proud that they have names engraved for the previous winners. Last year, this thing showed up to the World Championship and didn't have Paul Luna's name on it yet.
Oh, so it was a little delayed. Okay.
A little delayed, but we've got everybody's name on here, and it's still starting to fill up. This thing's been some places.
Yeah, it's seen a couple things.
Yeah.
So we're in target rush. So we are actually looking at somebody that's trying to qualify for the World Championship.
So we got Jordan Cook, and I don't know the other person.
I don't either.
But what a hole to be doing target rush on, by the way.
I know. I'm laughing in my head, and now I'm laughing out loud.
Oh.
I mean, who knows how many points you're actually going to get on this? Because I don't know about you. I'm not a big target rush guy myself, so I don't know.
It's a lot of friends you're playing too.
Oh my goodness! Like
this is
that's gonna go off too.
Oh,
what a try though! But that's gonna go off too.
Yeah. Boy, at some point, you just think about playing a full and just
at least
see how
cut it. At least cut it, right?
Yeah, or just play some kind of different spin to get yourself up. But I mean, everything that just lands up there, and he just basically chipped it in front of himself there.
Oh boy!
So
8,000
points, and now
so
we got to see Gutta.
Mr. Mustache over there. I like that mustache.
It's a pretty full mustache going on here. That takes some maintenance, by the way.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Like,
and,
he already won.
And by the way, you want to see somebody playing with the darts? I believe that's what that is. And now Brandon Robinson.
We already played. Cam hasn't reported the win, so
Okay.
Cam's got to report the win.
So
I'll try to text Uncle Steve real quick.
Well, I don't know if he's paying attention to his phone right now.
Probably not, but no, we already played. Cam hasn't reported it, but he beat me.
All right, so all good.
All right, so I'm pretty sure Mustache guy, whatever his name.
Yeah, he just won.
I feel
like
bad saying that. I'm not degrading him.
Yeah, but also you notice he's playing with the darts, and that's the ball that doesn't really roll out at all. Like it can stay on a hill like that. It won't go down the up 8, right 8 green that my other man was doing.
Yeah, so he made the smart move here.
Yeah, well done.
Play
strategy.
for the win. Yep, 413. Yeah. All right. So that's 1 of 3 for them.
No, that was the second one because they're walking away right now.
Oh, so he went 2 out of 2. Man, there's a lot going on our screen here. This is not normal for me.
The World Championship. We up the equipment around here. We get the good stuff out.
You're gonna have your hands full this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Gino.
No, this is gonna be fun. I've been waiting to get to this point for a couple months now. This exodus of philosophies of how we're approaching this game, whether it be from full win, whether it be from stout. And I keep telling people I don't know if there's a wrong answer right now.
I don't know if there is either.
Yeah,
I'm undecided, to be honest with you. Because there's arguments to be made for both sides of it, right?
Yeah. But when it comes to something like this where mitigating risk is such a huge thing, it's an advantage for a lot of players.
Yes.
That your skill and everything that you have has to win the day, all right, when you're playing against somebody that's playing with stouts and maybe might not be at your same level. And I was talking with Andy. I sat across from him, and he's no short of confidence in this week. All right, there's no short in confidence in that person right now. He is convicted in the way he's approaching the game right now, and it's basically a few courses.
As he should be.
A few courses with stouts and a few courses with the salvo/arrow golf ball, and right now if you go by the contest, he is the contest that we see every day.
Yeah,
he's doing pretty well.
Yep, sure is. And he should have all the confidence in the world because he's obviously gotten to that point where now, like you said, there's a little bit of a debate now and which ball you want to play and what fits your game better. And
yeah, well, I don't have I keep looking at this from all angles. The data would tell you that. Well, in black and white, the last 2 tournaments were won by stout players, Chris Wengler and Sean Gervais. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if you go a little deeper than that, the last 12 players that have made podiums, 3 of them are stout players: Kevin O'Connor, C.J. Wengler, and Sean Gervais. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? That's Taylor playing full win now. There's a lot of
Luna. Well, Luna hasn't hit a podium in a little bit, but
no.
I have a feeling he's going to make a splash this weekend.
He
personally,
wants to for sure.
He is on top of the world. He had a nice day, yesterday.
Had a nice day today.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like he's on top of the world. He's, in theory, like playing with quote unquote house money at this point because he's just happy and he's in a good place in his life. And I think that translates very well into playing a game that does take a lot of mental ability, right?
Yeah, for sure. And he's like being in a good place and being in a good place mentally is a super important thing to this. Having blocks and other things out there, it can only hurt you. So he's I expect him to have some.
I'm
good
banking on a
this week.
podium for him no matter what. I'm gonna say it right now. Like I bank on him being at least on the podium, if not a 2-timer.
Yeah, that's not a bad prediction. We'll see what happens. One of the
It's a
favorites.
little chalky. I get it.
No, it's not a bold prediction, Cotton. But
yeah, I'm not really going out on a limb here.
Yeah, but that being said, one thing I have noticed though when I talk, because it's hard to tell if anybody follows this at home and they're sitting there as a 23, 24, 25 handicap and they play stouts all the time, it's easy to look at the last two people that won these tournaments and say, hey, what are you guys doing? What are the rest of you doing? What's your problem? And
Sure.
well, because you don't understand it. Sometimes it's hard to understand the plight of a person that goes out and plays hundreds of games over a given month, or even if you're playing 50 to 100, if you believe in the extra distance giving you advantage, you need to shape your game around it.
Yeah.
All right, and don't let the stouts shape you. And a lot of guys that are playing at that level, that's where they see it. They see it kind of in a small box, like, hey, why are you guys doing this?
Well, there's a reason.
Yeah, there is a reason, and we'll see what it looks like this weekend. There's a very good chance that because it's also there's a setup dependency to this.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what's kind of scary.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Schedule is up on my screen here as producers are talking to me as we get ready. Tomorrow morning, we qualify for the 2024 Golden Tee World Championship. 10 a.m. This place will open up. These guys will start getting their practice games in, and then 11 a.m. we get it started. 5 courses are we qualifying. Brandon, what courses are we qualifying? We got Scablands, we got Summerlin, we got Cumberland.
Missouri Hills,
and then we get Manhattan in there. Hopefully that will close the show. And we'll see what happens. And then after that, this idea that we scratched the surface with last year, which was a speed run. Well, we're going to have a speed run tournament. 8 of our World Championship competitors will play tomorrow night for a little bit of fun. And also, we'll have a little doubles tournament. We'll have a little doubles fun.
Yeah, which is a new thing this year, which I do love that.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be probably exhausted yourself. So are you planning to play, Gino?
I haven't. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know where my responsibilities will be here versus responsibilities to, I don't know, maybe play a doubles tournament and have fun with it. Are we picking our own partners? That's what I want.
No, it's an A-B random.
Okay.
Yep. Player A, player B. So your 28 plus handicap is an A.
Yeah.
And probably 26 and below is a B. But here it's a little different than your typical tournament because you have a lot of A players in the room.
I wonder how many are you going to make an attempt to play in that tomorrow night?
It will probably depend on what the lady wants to do. She's napping right now, but I don't know what she'll be up for tomorrow night. But we are underway, by the way.
Yeah, as we're getting
blabbing
going
away.
No, we're seeing a lot of this, and this happens at a pretty frantic pace. But
it sure does. And Adam's a very happy man because this is exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, and by the way, this guy's playing darts. This is not having. This ball does not have the rollout of a normal 5-iron.
And he is very consistent with these darts.
Yeah. And 560,000.
This is Brittany, right?
Miss Stillwell. No, not Brittany Casper.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's it's Nate's wife.
Yeah,
sorry,
Nate's wife.
Yeah, so Nate's wife's got her hands full here.
Yeah.
He may have told me that he entered her into this so she would get away from that video craps game. I told him, I said, well, oh my goodness,
here we
get
go,
in.
and got shot.
Oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me.
All right, now she's got to capitalize. This is a big score she's got to beat.
I think that did. I don't know the scoring. I'm not a good commentator.
102,000 right now. Got to keep it going.
Oh my goodness,
on a great line, and I think she's playing the salvo is. I'm not salvo, but the dart as well. Yeah.
Whatever the dart is now.
Yeah, whatever the ball that doesn't roll out, and it's very, very. I mean, even when you put spin on it, it kind of stops.
It just kind of stops. Yeah. Very interesting. Oh my gosh, she might get
another one shot, and
this is actually the most entertaining.
Getting to 5 times level, like she
so
needs to get another shot off, and this is going to be a good one.
It looks pretty solid. Yeah. Get enough though. It's got to be enough.
Oh, so at 5x, what's her score? 540,000.
Oh, down. All right, so that's one.
She
the
lost
first one, right?
Dark Matter was her.
Yeah.
So she lost by 20,000.
Oh, I thought I saw 510.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible. I'm terrible at commentary. My bad.
But they both had the same.
That was a hell of a match, though.
Yeah, the hole-in-one got her there. She had a couple shots off the green.
And at least it was better than Bonnie Moore Black 17.
Yeah, one of the things I'm noticing here, though, this is, I mean, the people that want to make this field, they've practiced.
Yeah, you can clearly tell they've been working at it.
Yeah, they've been working at this a little bit. I mean, I don't know how much Tanya Stoll plays a little bit, but just she's playing with the correct golf ball, and she's not using a backswing, which I feel like hurts you. So.
And who do we have here on the left?
Yeah, a young lady. We have Minderella.
Okay, so she plays, it looks like to me anyway. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's got some run out. I think there's some stout out. No, that's the Grabbers down there.
Oh, interesting.
GG2.
That's old school. I like it.
Yeah.
Very similar line to that other one. So 306.
A little high five to the background, and here we go.
Yeah.
Darb.
All right. Let's see what Darb's got. He is playing, it looks like a stout, if I could read that. I don't do very well in Las Vegas because my eyes dry out after I got LASIK, 6-7 years ago. Every time I come to the desert, my eyes are just dry and terrible looking. But
I think he's playing the dart.
Is it called the dart still, or is it something else?
Yeah, and the dart, I believe it's.
It kept its identity?
Well, I think this person uses the classic app or whatever, or uses the classic name that's involved in the app. So if they're. Kevin would know the name of this, and this is where the Kevin trivia trumps the Gino trivia. This is where, because I've done terrible with getting used to the name changes here. All right?
Yeah, I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost there, I think. So I play with Greg Kinsler a lot, right? As you know, and he plays the Streak, a.k.a. the – wait, hold on. Don't – it's called the – oh, goodness, I'm forgetting now.
Oh, it's –
the Streak is now the – Andy?
I wish you wouldn't have asked me that. I wish you wouldn't have asked me that. I think he knows. But, no, the Streak is now the
it's a yellow ball, I know that.
Yeah. It's not the pummel.
Nope, not the pummel. If you said it, I'd probably know it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna hit us like a bag of rocks when.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna feel so silly when it finally comes.
Well, I just got a new phone this morning, so I haven't even downloaded a GT Caddy app to go give it a look.
Oh goodness!
So.
Well, I can try.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because I mean, if I had one, I would be looking up these names and seeing who these people are. I'd like to call them by their names.
You're welcome to use mine.
Well, we're just gonna first off figure out what this golf ball.
Yeah, let's start there.
This is an embarrassing point for your announcer.
I know. I'm sorry, I'm not very professional.
No, I mean, I knew the Streaks for almost 15 years, and
that's all we knew him as. Yeah.
So the Athena, of course, is the Titans,
and then if we go in there, I don't have a Streak, but if you just go to buy them, right? Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna know as soon as level. No, not level.
Yeah.
Is it flush?
Yeah, the flush. Yeah, that is the flush. The level is the barrage.
The barrage.
Yes,
correct. And then the GR2 is the grabber. Yeah. Okay. And the other ones I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they really
the GR2,
are relevant.
We got the Breeze. It was the Stouts, of course. I believe. Plaster. Plaster is the name for the dart.
Okay.
So
that's an interesting name.
I didn't think a terminology change was necessary in the whole PGA movement, but apparently it was necessary to them. So
hey, whatever.
Got to get used to it. But
yep. I just know that I was Breeze or Athena, so I have converted back to the wind ball myself.
I went that route for a little bit. I've gotten to the point now where I don't know if I'm playing enough to be playing with full wind, and that's what I kind of call it. So I've stuck with the Stouts a little bit.
That's fine.
Outside of the PGA courses and Red Sands, where there is extreme advantages, and that's where when I say this, and I mean it, like 60 to 70% of this field is using the salvo on that golf.
And to me, you have to, because of the extreme advantages that you kind of alluded to, right?
Yeah, but like Eddie Godfrey's not changing anything. He's just
But he's a different animal. I mean, you're looking at a top 5-10 player in the whole country.
No,
he can play his game and be fine.
Yeah, and that's where
but guys like you and I.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. But being that he plays at a volume that's unmatched in the country right now, really, that's where Eddie's playing. How many games Eddie's playing? It's not close. He's getting it in right now.
Last update, Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, but he's playing streaks across the board, and he's not going to stop playing streaks across the board. It's just, he'd rather just stick with the one golf ball and not have to deal with the variance in putting.
Yep.
Which is important.
Which is scary.
Yeah.
To be honest. And the thing is, too, like, you looked at the last update on the weekly updates. Oh, she won.
No, she won. I think she said, no, that's it for me. I've had fun.
Well, there's Gary Sheldon. You probably couldn't hear me say his name, but
no, he's walking around waiting for his next match. Looks like he just got out of the pool as well.
Is this? He does. Is this double elimination, by the way, on the money shot?
I believe so. Yes.
That means I should be called soon because I lost to Cam in 2 because I'm just terrible at money shot, and that's fine.
So makes you miss close to the pin a little bit for sure.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what's coming. I know they've hinted on things, whatever. But the original close to the pin, where the hole-in-one paid you, no matter what, to me is still the best way to do it. And I know it was dying, and they were trying to change things up, but I think if they gave it another go, it would be different.
It would get like a resurgence like the McRib does when it comes back out. I mean, when the McRib comes out that one time a year, like they sell 5,000 McRibs or 500,000 McRibs.
Are those things good?
No, I hate a McRib. Okay, there's something. Well, first off, I'm not an onion guy. All right.
No onion guy.
Yeah, I'm not an onion guy. But for the people that love the McRib, the onions make it. The onions and the pickle make it with the boneless rib, quote unquote.
Sure. yeah, fair.
But no, but people that love the McRib, all right, yeah, no, they're in there with the first day. It's time to get my McRib this time of year. So,
well, I remember the Blue Board days. Hold on. Okay, I'm good. So the old Blue Board days, which, for those that don't know what the Blue Board was, it was kind of the Golden Tee fan Facebook page before there was Facebook.
It's classic message boarding. If anybody did some message boards, Reddit is the biggest message board in the world now. But
yes,
like back when message boards were common, social media wasn't as prevalent. Yeah, we had a place where we could post topics and have.
Yeah.
And in its heyday, it was as good as chat. And people still call it the Blue Board. It was introduced to me as under its domain name, which was underdogsports.net. So I called it Underdog for years. So
did I.
Yeah, it was Golden Blab. Basically, it's a section of the forum. But prior to being able to go to Facebook and ask, "Hey, I'm coming to this town. Who wants to play?" That's where we did
That's what we had to do.
Yeah,
that was our way to communicate.
Yeah, I'm coming here X and X time. Anybody in town? And then 12 guys from Minnesota would come, hang out with you.
Yeah, one of the strongest contingents, to be honest, especially back then.
Oh yeah, back then it was. They had that place Bumpers that had, I think they had 9 Golden Tees in there.
Did they really?
Yeah, I think they had 9.
Goodness, that's a lot of Golden Tee machines.
Yeah, I'll need Mr. Tony Johnson to make sure I'm right on that. But Bumpers in its heyday up in Minnesota. I had an idea a long time ago, trying to detail the bars, the great bars that we've played in some of these tournaments, and some of the ones that have lived in. Like Tavern 22 is a kind of one that I would think about that had its own place for its time. I don't know if you remember the Tavern. It was Tavern 22. It was a tournament they had in Chicago.
Oh, Tavern 33.
Tavern 30. Did I say 22? 33. Tavern
well, because there's Pub 222. That might be
that's
why.
That's what's on the internet that I see all the time now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Tavern 33. That's one of the places I've heard a lot about. They had that short run. Also, I think Frozen Open was kind of happening there for a little bit.
No, the Frozen Open was at Flounders.
Flounders, that's
Lincoln
right.
Park, which is part of Chicago.
Yeah.
I went there a couple times.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Officials time out. That place was what introduced Golden Tee to me. That was over in Arlington Heights, and that's where I played a World Championship qualifier in. So did our boy Lemon.
Yeah, that was Lemon's first win, by the way, was at Flounders in the second annual Frozen Open.
Yeah.
There was about 34 or 5 of us. Him and I obviously rode together, and we were pretty new at the game at that point. We were, a couple of years in, maybe.
Yeah.
He got his first win, and I remember celebrating that win, coming back to our hometown where he still plays to this day. Andy, we played a bunch of games. We might have had a couple beverages.
Oh yeah.
You know, 2 or 3 of them.
Jeff Sensen on 11.
But we celebrated that. That was a big deal. You know, we were new, and who would have thought? You know, it was a preview of things to come for Jeff Lannon, right? Like,
yeah. Well, the story I always give people is my first ever tournament was a Team USA qualifier, and they were I was just that was close right there. Marijuana John, and he's going to be one of the. He's been practicing the target rush a little bit. That 2004. And now you're getting ready to leave. But 2004, basically, there's 2 guys in a qualifier that was going to make it. It was me and one other person that finished 3rd place, Jeff Lannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so B-Rob is going to head on and get to his game.
Sorry, I'll leave you solo. I'll probably lose pretty quick. So if you need some,
we'll see what happens. I feel like the crowd's going to be rotating in and out with me today. Kevin's kind of busy, so I'm be happy to see some guests. But I appreciate it, Brandon Robinson. Good luck.
Of course, man. Always good hanging out.
Yeah, good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. And enjoy the commentary. It's always fun.
Appreciate it, buddy. And that's Brandon Robinson. As we get back in here into the Target Rush tournament, Chris Jusik's father playing in the tournament right here against Marijuana John Church.
John Vickers, Nathan Webb on 7.
I see 17 likes down here. I think we can do better, guys. 17 likes on YouTube. Guys, hit that like button for me, please. If you're watching, enjoying your Friday night and watching live streaming coverage of the 2022 Golden Tee World Championship. Live here from Green Street at the Palms in beautiful, hot Las Vegas, Nevada. Money shot tournament also happening in here, but right now we're trying to fill the rest of this field.
Machine 8, Amber Franta, Robert Franson. Amber Franta, Robert Franson.
As we hear one other member of the Franta contingent getting called to a machine. I think it's Mom Franta. She's trying to get into this World Championship field. 54 players. And all coming out here to play some target rush.
Machine 6, Kevin Riley, Tony Hubert.
Juice
Kevin
is
Riley,
loose.
Tony Hubert on 6.
It's Chris Jusik's father. All right, John Church going to give this another try.
Machine 16, Danny Boy, Dan Gillard.
See in the background a little bit there, Jusik's father, a little bit to the left. I mean, Jusik's son, Chris Jusik, playing in this tournament.
Let's go, John! Let's go, Churchill! You're on 5. Come on, John!
John Churchill. They call him Marijuana John, playing against Jusik, Papa Jusik. This is on a great line right here. Can it stop? No.
Jason Elliott, Mark Buckowitz on 13.
As Jusik's father. The juice is loose. Oh, needs to get one more shot in. No, couldn't get it. 33. No, John Churchill.
Patrick Walsh, Rick Williams. Patrick Walsh, Rick Williams on 2.
All right, tough shot to start here. Getting it out to the right side. I think he wants. He's playing the stouts, and I think he wants to maybe not play bite.
Machine 10, Brett Schumacher, Frank Knowles. Brett Schumacher, Frank Knowles on 10.
Brett Schumacher looking to play his first World Championship. Frank Knowles looking to play another World Championship for him. they've been called a machine. We got Marijuana John. And this is and so I believe, the Juice took the second one, so we're going to get a third match here. If anybody wants to get Adrian Westergren, he's standing right over here if he wants to commentate. But they're going to – right next to the desk.
I'm going to see Mike first.
Okay.
I told Mike.
Kevin Lindsay having to do a little bit of work around here as we're going to bring in another person that is playing in this World Championship. All right, and that may not be a go for Mike. Mike, I think, might have a batch play. He's going to machine right now, so still keeping it solo here at the 2024 Golden Tee World Championship. Story about this guy, Mr. I believe Jim Jusick, I believe that they call him Juice, as the juice is loose. That's how Chris kind of learned to play this game, being with his dad at, a restaurant like a Buffalo Wild Wings, sitting on a stool, learning to play some Golden Tee. As we're getting also on the other machine, Rick Williams. I see the smash duck. Don't know who he's playing against. Oh. And that's you can't press pause like that. He's got to. All right, now this is going to be a much better shot here. Much better shot. He's firing some 99 thumbs. He needs to get another shot off now. It's a good time for the Stouts. Here we go. That's got to come down this hill. A little bit soft. He needs to get about a 96 thumb on that. 96 thumb will be good. 98. Got to be a little bit softer, but he is in that second zone and hitting a lot of shots in that second zone. Now, I think the Juice is probably going to play with the dart. I believe I saw that earlier. 95. No, he needs to go a little softer than that, so probably like 90. Because it's going to – but he hit 100 there. That's going to fly. That's going to fly. See if he can get one more shot off. Not so hard. He's got to keep it a little bit softer. 90 mile an hour and 98. Every single one of those shots just about, except for the first one. Oh, no, that one just creeps into zone 3. Now time for the Juice. As that's going a little bit wayward, he's going to have to kind of roll that in a little bit. Playing with some plus spin, that's going to help. Got to get that shot out while as we get it started with the smash duck. Oh, and he's got his chipper wedge out. This is interesting. No, he went back to the gap wedge. And this is beautifully done. And Mr. Jusick over on the left side still trying to get it close, but now he's got one out to the left. Let's see what kind of spin this gets. Oh, no, that's very close. This is not going to be a fortuitous shot. He needs to get something off right now. One more shot. I don't think it's going to happen. Marijuana John's going to move on. 75,000. John Churchill, Purple Bracket champion of Florida Open. He'll move on. Give it over on this side. The smash duck from Arizona. Rick Williams coming to play in this tournament. Try to get himself into this field. Oh. All good here in the booth here at the Golden Tee World Championship. Chris Longino here. All right. Tough hole, by the way. This is a tough hole to get yourself into target rush plays right here. If you're playing with the Stouts or the Breeze, it's really hard to give yourself a chance here with that kind of green. Boy, if you see the greatness of Golden Tee players walking around in this room, there's a lot of good Golden Tee players and a lot of guys that are trying to get there. Always exciting at the Golden Tee World Championship.
Machine 1, Frank Pine, Matt Miller. Frank Pine, Matt Miller on 1.
As I appreciate everybody, I'm looking down at my my comment section here on the YouTube chat. Appreciate my guys like Hal Richardson, whatever, Tom Shaw, Brad Stewart. Appreciate you guys checking in on us here live at the Golden Tee World Championship.
Colin Franta, Kerry Cook, Colin Franta on 7. Machine 4, Scott Peterson, Sidney Russell. Scott Peterson, Sidney Russell on
Went
4.
to Paul Luna's wedding yesterday. I think someone made the comment to me. It's an even money bet that people in that room attending that wedding could be a world champion come Sunday night. Very well could believe there's a lot of good Golden Tee players there.
John Whalen, you're up on 12.
As we'll see this.
John Whalen, you're up on 12.
We keep saying bringing the club back doesn't help you, but look at this guy getting really close. Getting really close.
Machine 14, Chisholm Woodson, Craig Levis. Chisholm Woodson, Craig Levis on 14.
As we continue to call more players into the money shot tournament. $381,000. All right. Smash Duck NA. I think my man Rick stopped drinking a little bit a while back.
Orlando Ayala on 15. Orlando on 15.
And this has been all over it. And he's just kind of playing with the appropriate golf ball for this game. Look, not a whole lot of run out. Not a whole lot of.
Machine 13. Kenny Callis, Evan Gossett. Kenny Callis, Evan Gossett on 13.
As we saw Skills Manila earlier. He has had a great strategy towards this, and it is just hitting it within a second of seeing it. Got to get the shot off. The more shots you get off, the better shot you get. Better chance you have.
Machine 11. Jimmy Johnson, Jim Jessup. Jimmy Johnson, Jim Jessup on 11.
Oh. 272. We'll see what Frank Emberry does here. Grilled cheeses. All right, and Frank will get it started, puts the glove on, gets it going.
Diana Vickers, James
Needs a little bit more into that.
Diana Vickers, James Morreale on 5.
Kind of playing just stock here. Well, ooh, that's a good shot. No, he's playing with the darts. Stock clubs, though. And he just went to a higher club there. He needs to get back down one.
Machine 2, Kevin Vaught, Reese.
He was hitting the correct club.
Kevin Vaught, Reese.
See what Frank did, 183, went the clubbed up one.
Machine 18, Steve Beatty, Brittany Casper. Steve Beatty, Brittany Casper on 18.
So Frank now signing on in. Looks like Jeff Leeper, the Grim Leeper, is getting ready to fire up on the other machine.
Machine 6, Andrew Gorin, Tony Hubert. Andrew Gorin, Tony Hubert on 6.
All right, small adjustment by Frank, and he's going to have a couple of shots at this. And if he can get it up a little bit, this is a good shot that he's playing. Can't let the club change like he did last time. That's got a little bit softer.
Robin Fregoso, Jason Andrews on 3.
Very good shot there. Oh. Now this could be good. Oh, right near the hole. Look at Frank. Oh, Frank Ember with another one. There's two inside the red zone. This is going to be a tough score to beat at 993,000.
Todd Anderson, you're up on 9.
Now he's playing with the stout.
You're up on machine 9.
Now, a few shots around. This is a good look at this too. We'll see if he can get around. A hole out would be awesome for him, but he has to hit some of these shots that are in that red zone, especially when you're getting 5X points right now. Always hate when the club changes on you. Oh, he's got one more shot at this. Get it? No. Fairly short at 293,000. So 202 for the guy playing against. I'm sorry, that was not Leeper. Oh. Not going to get a lot of shots off of this kind of altitude.
Machine 7, Trey Sprague, Nathan Webb. Trey Sprague, Nathan Webb on 7.
Mr. McPieces.
Machine 4, Brad Reynolds, Ben Lacey. Brad Reynolds, Ben Lacey on 4.
$212,000. Whole liquor. Now, see what happens over on this side. There's a good shot right there. But you find your rhythm. Stick with it. One more shot. Can he get it? And he got it off. See a lot of tournament regulars here coming out for this. Guys like Bob Franzen, Jeff Leeper. A lot of tournament regulars coming to be a part of this, but also some guys, some families, some wives. I'll be as nice as I can. I got Brett Schumacher over here. Love this guy.
New Jersey, you know, we do it for the glory.
Yes, we do. As an ode to some non-prize play competitors out there, they do it for the glory in New Jersey, like they do in Louisiana, like they do in South Dakota. Like they do in Arizona. Very close, by the way. 4,000. 4,000 separating that. That was close. And Skills Manila. That was close, and he just walked past me. Moves on. Look at them. These guys that are playing Target Rush, you see a lot of dart players, either darts or stouts. And for holes like this, it makes an incredible difference. What? I mean, because he's playing the stout, the rollout is so much more. Let's see if this does any better with his bite. A lot of World Championship qualifiers getting called out too for this money shot tournament. As we reach just past the 8 o'clock hour here on the West Coast, here in Las Vegas, live streaming coverage of the 2024 Golden Tee World Championship here at Green Street at the Palms in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sitting with the Hodgson Zielinski Trophy right here in front of me. And by the end of Sunday night, we'll be finding out who's going to be the Golden Tee World Champion. Some of the comments. I hate it for Frank. Yeah, he's playing with the glove on. It looked like an oven mitt. You guys are good in the comments. Remember, keep engaging with us. Also, hit that like button, guys. 38 likes here on YouTube. Let's get up to 50 here in the next, say, half hour. Let's do it for me, guys. As looks like Tony Johnson's still in this tournament. I think he wants a little bit of redemption from the Golden Tee Mobile World Championship. Shot a couple one-betters and lost, and now turns his attention to his roots, which is right here in the world of Golden Tee Arcade. And if there's a favorite probably to win this Target Rush Championship, because I'm sure he's practiced for the last few hours, it's Tony Johnson. Someone said, I think someone called him 10 Tito Tony. That might have been the name given him. How good he plays Target Rush after 10 Titos. I'll have to get Al Jazz to come confirm that with me. As now we have Jeff Leeper making his way up to the stage, the Grim Leaper. All right. As Mr. Kevin R. right here gets himself going. Looks like he's a stout player. And that's going to be kind of an issue when you take 8 seconds before you hit your first shot. That's not going to win this. You got to have that first shot off.
Machine 8, Travis Kressler, Steve Zaski.
So here we are. And just not playing at the best pace, the most optimal pace to win this. So second shot off in just 30 seconds.
on 20. George Von K, you're up on 20.
As he gets his now 4th shot off. Let's see if that can get close. This is going to be the best shot, and actually will make probably Tony have to hit at least a couple of decent shots in this. 178,000. Here comes Whammy, the 2020 and the 2023 Golden Tee Mobile World Champion, trying to get into this World Championship field in the arcade world. And that's going to come close to doing it right there in that first one. 3-iron plus man, just the perfect club for this, by the way. And that's going to almost lock it up. Let's get a couple of shots as we get closer. Down on time. Oh, TJ. Tony T-Bill. As sitting right next to me, the director of esports for Incredible Technologies, Andy Coleman.
You know, I just couldn't resist the urge to hop in with you.
I think you looked at me and thought I was lonely or something.
It's not that. Trust me. I relish an opportunity to hop in the booth with one of the premier voices in the Golden Tee community.
You guys are so kind to me, Lord.
Well, my friend, you make us look good as well, especially in the production booth. If you watch the Road to Worlds video, there was definitely some Christopher Longino-esque pop-offs in there, and I love to grab those kind of clips for my videos because they just bring it to the next level.
I hope we get plenty of opportunities this weekend.
I got a feeling we're going to.
Yeah,
it's going to be. I don't know if you tuned into you tuned into Mobile Worlds earlier. There was some pretty insane matches. 6 better from 2 players. They both had 6 holeouts combined. But you know what? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I see Mike Arrington right behind me. I'm gonna let him take over the booth, but it was a pleasure to sit with you for just a quick second there.
Appreciate
Chris.
it, Andy.
Absolutely.
As we bring in one of the big-time vendors and also players in the Pacific Northwest. He was a Week 1 qualifier here for the 2024 Golden Tee World Championship. He is the Aloha Snack Bar, Michael Arrington.
Pleasure to see you, sir.
Let's get this right here. Let's get a little bump there. What's going on, my brother? First off, let me ask, how's your money shot tournament going?
I'm undefeated. I'm 2-0. Both of them went to 3 games.
I didn't I didn't see the registration. How much are you guys paying to enter a Target Rush tournament today?
The same as the non-qualifiers, $20.
$20. Okay, that's right.
I'm assuming that $5 from ours goes to the charity as well.
Yeah,
I know that the non-qualifiers is the same thing.
That's going to Mark STEM Marks, or one of the chosen charities to benefit Mark STEM Marks. So they're going to get a little bit of cash from this. And you think there's a lot of players in this room. We had 54 for Target Rush, plus how many of the normal qualifiers chose to play money shot? I
actually don't know that answer. No, so 50? Well, 50-ish was the non-qualified?
Well, yeah, we had 54, I think.
Wow, I think it was like double last year.
No, last year? No, we had in closest to the pin.
Was it 2 years ago?
Back in 2 years ago, we had like probably close to 80, 90, 100 players, and then in 19 at the Orleans, that was 100 and almost 50 players coming in for closest to the pin.
Yeah, I had a buddy from Seattle-ish area.
Yeah.
2022 at the Hilton, or it wasn't the Hilton. It was Westgate. He qualified, and he won 3 matches or 4 matches, whatever it was. He got it, and he got the form said, this is the release form. You have to sign all these things. And he signed it, and he couldn't even sign his name because he was so excited that he had qualified. Yeah, he was shaking. He's like, I can't even do this. He threw it down and, had to take a break. It's exciting to qualify for Worlds.
It is. No, and we're looking at this right now, like Tony Johnson's over here on the left side. And, if there was a guy that's playing in this Target Rush tournament that potentially could also make the cut in the World Championship, Tony's probably that guy.
That would be the one. I would say, yeah. There's a lot of players that could go do something, but Tony's definitely.
Yeah, no, Jeff Leeper's here. Jeff Leeper's a solid player. He's made a cut or 2 in his life. Like, if it all aligned for him to hit some good rounds in his qualifier, that would be significant. There's players that are good enough, but this is the World Championship. That cut's hard enough to make as it is. And, a lot of these guys that are playing in this Target Rush tournament tonight. They're, I don't know, some are here just for the fun. Some are here because there's 9 spots available, and you got a decent shot if you can get into that. With 54 players, 1 in 5 chance.
The 9 spots surprises me.
1 in 6 chance, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is to that with, guys that qualify. And
there goes Whammy.
Yeah, and he moves on. 9 shots versus his 6 shots. And
9-6, wow.
And I've seen a lot of that. Getting an extra shot over your opponent's been beneficial.
Getting 3 shots against your opponent's way more. 9-6, wow. If you shoot 9 shots, you have a good chance of moving on.
So we're getting more players also up to the stream machine. You see some of the seats starting to fill in a little bit. As also, I know some guys. You see the Cedar Park, Texas crew there in the front.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's a few of their contingent other guys. They've come out to this tournament tonight to try to cash their ticket into the World Championship.
Is that Blake on the left, and then
yeah.
Squeaky Bob, Little Big Meech. Yeah.
Yeah. No, got Mark in the background. Like all these guys kind of just seeing what's going on and also waiting to play their own rounds.
Who's the next match we got?
We're I think he's been called. He's got earbuds in. He's taking this seriously. So I've seen a couple of these guys. Like Tony doing that, and there's another guy. He goes by Skills Manila.
Yeah.
And he just won his last match by like 4,000 points, and it went all the way
close.
to best out of 3 in the last match, like 4,000. And he ended up moving on over Frank Emberry, but he looks like a guy that's firing off a lot of shots and firing them accurately. I think also playing the dart has been really important for this. Like I've seen some Bonnie Moore Black 17 looks. That's got the weird hole right there in the small part of the green next to the bunker.
Yeah.
And these guys that are playing the dart, they're able to just land on the green and it doesn't come all the way back towards the water into the fringe. It stays kind of relative to where it lands.
So, yeah, darts and stouts are the only balls that have some weird stat aside from the other balls.
Yeah, no, I mean, they all have their own one industry. This one right here, they call it the plaster, I believe, in the new World T. It was called the dart. It's, like I said, just a ball that lacks rollout. And it has
sticks.
It has about grabber distance, I think, but.
Is it that far, really?
I'd have to look at that again, but yeah, it doesn't have like a stock distance.
It's farther. Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. So most guys, like I said, playing this target rush game, I think they're finding their most success with that golf ball, just being able to hit it to a spot and having just minimal rollout.
So playing target rush, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of that mode. But
we walked away last year from the notoriety and everybody that played Target Rush, and I was like, there's some people saying some positive things. Maybe this is, and then, it's kind of had a lot of public opinions about where closest to the pin was in our life, and now what Target Rush is now.
Sure.
But they're gonna try to make this work, and having 55 people to come do this, I mean,
that's amazing.
For a game that doesn't have a lot of public knowledge, where closest to the bin had 18 years almost of knowledge, like people knew about. So is old Brett Schumacher here for the glory. He's been all over middays. He's getting up on the stage. He's going to qualify for this championship. I can tell you that right now.
Is that the bet?
Yeah, it's happening. He's going to be all right.
The line is minus, huh?
I would think so with him. This is another guy. He's a regular Clash attendee. He's from New Jersey. And as he says, we in New Jersey, they play for the glory, as they can't play for prizes in New Jersey. So
sure.
As we're going to bring it here, getting that match ready to go here in the booth. Aloha Snack Bar, Mike Arrington. I am the Alpha, Chris Longino. And we're getting further into this Target Rush tournament, further into this Money Shot tournament. You said you're 2-0?
I am 2-0 right now, yes.
All right. So
if I get called, I got to leave. But
I've had a rotating guest list here.
Absolutely.
We've had a few guys come sit down, and give their talk, and then it's time for them to go play their match. So apparently, if you win a match or two, this is a good seat.
Keep it on going. Oh, yeah. Did you play today?
No, I have not played any Golden Tee today. I went to, there was a couple pool parties happening here at the Palms.
Oh, a couple. Whoa.
Yeah, there was a couple I found out about that I came out and just by the way, some guys that are bringing their parents around. I've seen Steve Beatty's dad, Chris Jusic's dad. There's kind of a family affair for a lot of these guys here. And, I went out to the pool today and got to hang out and spend some time with these guys. And then went back to the room. I was supposed to be on for mobile at 4 o'clock. There was a schedule change, and my schedule changed to 7 o'clock for Target Rush. So, I've been enjoying the mobile championship. They had a little bit of volatility. The favorites did not win the day. All right.
For sure.
Like the 2 favorites in the tournament didn't win. The 3rd favorite probably, the guy that would be 3rd in the odds if I were to handicap him myself, he won his 2nd world championship today. And
there's only been ever 2 champions.
The 2 champions, 4 champions.
4 championships, 2 champions. And they've rotated.
Yeah, 2 Copperthorns and 2 Johnsons.
Yeah, but not in order.
Yeah, it was TJ, then it was Rick, and then
right.
TJ again, Rick again. It's been kind of a cool thing. And but like I said, guys like Riley, who is a mainstay in this game, and
yes, he's the tallest.
Waylon on 2 is an Austin guy.
But that helps. As we're getting this, it looks like Jade Johnson and Waylon. All right, I just told his name is Waylon. He is a Cedar Park, Austin guy. Jade Johnson, who has played some Golden Tee tournaments in his lifetime. He's here at the World Championship hanging out and hoping to get his spot into tomorrow's field.
So what is the count for how many wins you have to get to win a spot?
So if I took a 54-man double elimination tournament.
That'd be 4 or 5?
So you need to get into the final you got to get into the final 8 of the winner side.
So 64, 32, 16, 8.
Yeah, 4 wins get you. 4 straight wins
from
get you.
64, but some people have a bye, so it's 3.5.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, some may have 3.
If you win 4, you're guaranteed.
Yeah.
If you win 3, you might.
Yeah, because that's the thing. There's 9 spots available, so that top 4 gets you into 9-12. So. Yeah, they may have to have a playoff for those 4 spots that are in the 9-12
If you've
area.
got a bye in the first, the lucky bye,
so,
3 might make you in.
Yeah, so 5. So basically, if you had the bye plus 4 wins, okay, that gets you in the top 4.
Well, 4 wins from nothing, or 3 wins and the lucky bye.
No, like I said, because that gets you only into 9-12, and there's 9. So 3 of those guys are not going to make it if you make it into 9-12.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. How did they figure out that last little spot?
Yeah, we'll figure that part out when we get there. But, at 9-12, there's going to be a little bit of
one playoff. Yeah.
And then, but anybody that finishes like 7-8, like if you lose one, but you still can find your way into the 7-8 area, that'll get you a spot into the World Championship tomorrow.
Sure.
So here we got Waylon over here, Target Rush Qualifier going on.
Get close!
That
was
zone.
almost red.
5x points, you got to take advantage. Let's see if you can get one more.
With a quickness.
It's got to get
what
down
you
the
gotta
hill.
do. No, not close enough.
He got it. Okay, you got one more shot off. Now this
Get
is
in the red. Get in the red.
There we go. This is a good looking
That's
ball.
red. That's red. That's red.
Excellent
okay.
ball. 475,000.
Well.
How much has Jade been practicing Target Rush?
Heart Rush?
I said Hot Rush. Hot since.
I love
hot
it.
since 72.
Yes. There is a little bit of advantage in going second.
Stone Johnson.
You get to see what the other person played, but you also get to see the yardage and like one up, one down. Yeah. I want a 3 club set. If I'm playing Target Rush, I want a 3 club set.
And look, he's got the darts as well. I keep telling these guys that
get closer.
Having a pullback hurts you more than having a.
Yeah, if you can shove every time, that's quicker. And I'm not in the. My wife is in the speed run. I'm not in the speed run.
I wasn't a part of the selection process there.
No. I'm not.
If they knew how fast you play, you'd be playing. Oh, Mike Arrington. Getting some great stuff from producer Andy Coleman here. All right, so looks like Jade ended up winning that first one. Got it close on the late one. Actually got an extra shot off, too, than Waylon did.
But 2 out of 3.
So we got Brett Schumacher, Jeff Leeper, a couple guys that have played some National Golden Tee tournaments starting up on their side. And Brett's had a couple drinks.
Well, getting after it a little bit.
So here's Leeper. I think he'll start off. So now Jade will get the honors on the second game.
So how is this supposed to work? So, like every match I've played so far, we do the coin flip to figure out who goes first, and then whoever won the first match goes first in the second game. Is that correct? Or is there some other method we're not supposed to be doing?
There, I believe. Well, first off, in the world of Money Shot, I don't know what those exact rules are. In the world of Target Rush, there's one that went in the hole for the Grim Leaper.
That's
not going to help
Grim
Brett.
Leaper hole-in-one.
Yeah, that's not gonna help.
No, not quite the red.
No.
Dang.
And by the way, this is Jeff's.
That's in the red.
He made the World Championship either last year or the year before last.
I qualified with him in the first year we went to Dallas. The power went out, and we had to start our round over. He made the main, and I did not.
All right.
Jeff Leeper has a good chance if he can. That was a good round.
Oh. You got a little distance on this shot right here. As we're going to get ready to.
I just got called. Who do you want to take over?
I don't know. Set it down. I'll figure it out.
As we're going to say goodbye to Mike Arrington here. He's got his match coming up, Machine 14.
All right.
Go get him, pal.
Good talking to y'all. We'll see you next time.
Mike Arrington here at the World Championship, pulling back in now.
I'm back, baby.
Producer and director Andy Coleman.
Feels good to be back.
All good. And we got one more shot here. Can he get it? Oh, no, and it went to the fringe.
Oh.
He still got him.
Wow.
Both of them had a hole-in-one.
That is wild. Target Rush is feeling pretty hyped tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a couple guys that have a little lubrication in their systems, and now
that's right. You look at the pose off right there. He's ready to go. Good for him. Great. I love moments like that on the grandest stage of them all.
Yeah, and now Brett, who I've said I think it's he would be a favorite to get in. He's played a lot of tournaments. He's a good player. And
you got any other picks that you think are shoe-ins for tonight?
Tony Johnson, Whammy, I think is a shoe-in.
Well, I think Whammy might be fighting the. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Whammy's in pristine shape right now. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, no, we'll see. We saw him play one round earlier. I don't think he's lost yet.
Seems pretty dialed in.
He's in a good rhythm.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
But he's.
I know the day started really early for him with mobile, and shocking to not see him on the podium at a minimum.
Just didn't fall his way today.
I think it was a really just bad break. He lost in overtime to Russ Lyons, who is it was Bogeyman, who's an outstanding player.
Yeah, Tyler.
Very close game, and then he went to overtime with Mark Duchesne, who has more games of Golden Tee played than anybody else, and lost on the first hole because Mark Duchesne dropped it right in the cup. But that's a pretty tough path to have to take out of the tournament.
Yeah, those are quality players, and I mean Tony was going to have to, shoot premium rounds anyway just to beat him, and they played really good rounds to get him, and that's.
Yep.
I don't know if he's got a couple sour grapes in his mouth about it or not, but he seems to be.
I think he's shaking him off by now. I think he said, you know what?
He's turning his focus into this.
It's time for an arcade run.
We have a person to my right here just staring you down. And
I tried to pull Jason Lashavio in here, and he was just too cool for school. He's got matches going on and stuff like that.
Is he still playing? I hear you.
Still playing. That's kind of surprising. You typically think he's an 0-2 type guy.
Well, I got an easy player. I played BDs.
Oh, there you go.
Got him. Have you lost yet? Okay, he's lost once. So we got Wayland, Cedar Park, Austin. You see the contingent of Cedar Park, Texas guys that come to these tournaments. Robert Washburn, Big Meech, the historian Blake Boyette, and this is one of their friends. It's kind of the cool thing about this this Friday night that we normally have. It's kind of the kickoff. These guys that maybe don't have the skill level to come in and just go qualify for a world championship.
Sure.
They may not have the resource, whatever the case may be, but they can come in here and give themselves a chance here in Las Vegas.
I'd personally be nervous if I punched in and saw a guy versus Texas coming next to me. Texas is kind of a they play real solid in Texas.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Championed by Eddie Godfrey in that area too.
That's right. That's right.
Of the people I would play Golden Tee competitively in this room, he would be in the bottom 3. I would not want to play a competitive match.
Absolutely. Yeah, Eddie G is something
fire.
else. And what's interesting about him is that there's no real nerves factor, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie is not necessarily someone who's going to beat you with a 2-better, but if you make a single mistake, you've lost the game. Confirmed 100%. Eddie G is not choking. Anything you give him, he's taking it to the bank, cashing it in, and moving on. We saw that last year.
There's not a shot he hasn't seen. Like the volume that he plays, which I don't know if you know this, but he is currently the highest volume player.
Yeah, he's ramped up. He's ramped up his play. I've done a couple of interviews with him where he's talked about renewed efforts and energies on the national tour and obviously the world championship as well. He's somebody who's kind of gone through a renaissance with his career, if you will, right?
Well, I would say so. For somebody, I'm fortunate enough to play against him back in the mid 2000s, as far back as I go with him, and by the way, still looks the same. All right, still looks the same as he did then, and he was then a Chicago guy, has since moved to Texas, and this whole world, this last couple years. Where we've seen some differences in how courses are designed, and also differences in golf balls, and it's offered him an avenue to thrive in the tournament scene a little bit, and it's given him this new energy. I expect to be talking about him very late on Sunday night while we're here.
Absolutely,
that would be my guess.
And he is somebody that doesn't age. I feel like he might be a vampire. We've never seen him in direct sunlight. No. I'm pretty sure that I age doubly for him and myself. I just take it on.
Well, when you see him today, he's got a beautiful tan for a vampire. Let me say that.
That's part of his magic powers, Gino. Come on. Some say that vampires are actually the best golfers, but their curses, they just can't show it,
True story. I need to give a shout-out to a guy who's been Ben Dranklin over there, and that is Andrew Russell, local guy here. Him and his wife are both trying to qualify. His wife was the third-place finisher, I believe. No, I'm sorry, the second-place finisher in the women's tournament in Florida, Cindy Casson. She was the second place in the Florida Open. Andrew, who's made a cut on the National Golden Tee Tour, is good enough. He's got a good volume of games in. Kind of gave a home to Paul Luna and Rachel the night before their wedding a few nights ago.
Very cool.
I
was so sad to miss that. If I would have had my way, I would have shown up with some cameras, with a laptop. I would have streamed that bad boy. Yeah. I would, but it's unfortunate. I'm so happy for them. It's just selfishly unfortunate for me because I wanted to attend. I love Paul Luna. I love Rachel. They're amazing people.
And they've been kind of part of our tournament story over the last couple of years.
100%.
When they've been, whether it be Paul as just the world champion and winning tournaments or Rachel as a commentator just coming in and having fun with Kevin or whoever.
So entertaining.
As we're going to get Andrew Russell right here, Crush, Van Dranken. I love some of these shirts we're seeing in here. If you see Adrian Westergren's shirt, it's fantastic.
There's always great T-shirts around, and Ben Dranklin was one PJ spotted out to me earlier, and he was giggling as he was pointing it out. And, the Golden Tee T-shirt game is on point in this community.
Yeah.
And, at this point, I'm told Adam Kramer's waiting in the wings, so I'm not going to sit here and pollute your guys' ears. I'm going to let
El Capitan.
I'm going to let El Capitan step in. Gino, it was good. It was good to sit with you as always. Like I said, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, unless it's behind the desk. But I will be back maybe later. We'll see.
Hey, if you guys appreciate Andy Coleman, hit that like button. Hit that like button for us. It's important. Appreciate you guys as we're getting ready. We've had a kind of a steady stream of people come in. Different players that are still playing in the Money Shot tournament as we're welcoming in. Time to talk to the captain as Adam Kramer joins me to my left. Good evening, sir.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Did you get you a little break after the mobile championship?
A little bit. The voice was going at the end there a little while, so it was good to. I could actually feel it now. It's going to be a struggle, but I put in a request for some honey, which we're going to need.
Well, first off, you've been doing the heavy lifting a little bit since I've only had to work a few hours of this. This is my first real big shift in this. So
well, tomorrow
tomorrow
you
Sunday.
start to heat up. That's your. I know, and Chad will sub in too, but today's his heavy lifting as well, and it's it's fun. I mean, like you and I, Chad, you hit a rhythm with somebody, and it's like, hey, we can just keep going.
Yeah.
So what have you seen? What have you noticed?
Oh man, there's first off, golf ball dependency. A lot of guys either playing with the stouts, or you'll see a lot of guys playing with the dart.
Yes, that is the Eddie G way to play.
And I think it's been more common than most players here. Right here, you have Andrew Russell here. He's a local Canadian transplant living here in Las Vegas. He's playing. And this is the thing about this Target Rush qualifier. There's some guys in here I don't know, and I know a lot of people.
Well, if you're in trouble, so am I. But that's part of the coolness of this too.
Ooh.
Now it is amazing when you look at it, even with release, the way the ball is able to still do roll out and then stop.
Yeah.
Which is really the benefits of doing it.
Yeah, that's the basically just kind of being able to stop it on a dime, something like that.
100%.
But he's doing that over the breezes on the right side. And see, that ball's kind of just stopping. Even he's got plus spin on it.
Well, the other thing is, it buys you time. It gives you seconds. I mean, that when we played with Eddie was probably the most jarring takeaway is how many more shots off, consistent at least one more shot, which for him is, huge in terms of multipliers. If you get to that 5X.
Yeah.
You get a 5X with a guy like that, you're probably not going to win a lot of them, right? I mean, that is the advantage.
For him especially. But, yeah, I mean, that's an excellent point. The less amount of rollout, the less amount of time you're on the green, and you get to your next shot. I get concerned with people playing a backswing. Like, that's an extra half second. And
it's when I play with Kevin, too. He's able to just kind of push it forward. I'm not. That's not my style normally. I need some sort of pullback thumb. But, again, it's a half a second at a time or whatever it is. So it all adds up.
Yeah. So I've seen neighborhoods from, I think the most shots I've seen is 10 on ones.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I've seen 10 on one so far. I've seen a few 9s. But that's basically what we have. We got two different schools of thought. A lot of, how this crowd is. We have 54, I believe, players signed up for the Target Rush tournament tonight. 9 of them will qualify for the World Championship, but a lot of them are friends of family and people that just want to take a shot at it.
Which is the whole point. We've done this now for years. It's funny. Before coming on, I spent about a half hour talking to Dave Sandmeyer, who, when I think about this night, I think about Dave.
I do too.
Because he infamously, qualified and then, fell asleep in the chair about 7 minutes later. And and we were reliving that, and he called it one of the greatest moments of his life. What? And to me, that symbolizes how cool this is because you can walk in off the street and you got a chance.
If you have my honest opinion, I don't think he wants to play in this just because you can't duplicate what that was.
Well, and he kind of said that. Like, he had his moment, and it was the moment. Honestly, though, it was truly like the catalyst to keep doing this. I really believe that.
Yeah.
And he's such a good guy. There was such a strong rooting for him. It was a victory for a lot of people.
For as many Midwest players as we have playing in this game, and he's a Midwest guy too.
Yeah.
There was a big following. Even playing Tony in that match, you could tell that Tony was.
Tony wasn't trying to lose, but Tony's never a villain.
No.
But in that moment he was.
Yeah.
And you could tell that it was paining him to have to be that. So no, I mean this is a great night. Because it really is the calm before the storm. It's where we can have some fun. We can compete. You can have a few drinks, maybe make your way into the tournament. And then, as 10 a.m. tomorrow, this place will be a much different tone.
Yeah.
Overall.
No, it'll be time to get to work.
Turns over. So, no, it's exciting, man. And again, thank you. I know, we love having you out here. We love your passion for everything you bring to this thing. So
I appreciate
I
that.
love that you're along for the ride. You and I are just getting started here.
Oh yeah, no, we're going to have all kinds of weekend here to talk about Golden Tee and just how these guys are attacking this monster right now. How are they going to get to the championship? Who are we going to be talking about late on Sunday? And this year's I think a little bit different than the previous. I would say even the previous 2 world championships we have a lot of different. I keep talking to you guys about this, different philosophies, different ways to attack this game now. And
which I think is good, by the way. I think it makes it healthy.
Yeah, it does.
That's always the goal. You want to see unique people with unique personalities, try to break this game in unique ways.
Yeah, the unique styles and unique approaches, and you're going to get a lot of that, especially during the qualifier tomorrow. We're going to start on. I don't know when we're going to play Scablands, but that's going to be a really key thing to look at.
Do they know the order? I should probably know this.
I don't know if they knew. I would imagine they're going to play Summerlin first, the PGA course. That would be my guess.
Loosen everybody up.
Yeah, and then we'll see what we close with. I know Cumberland is on there. I believe Scablands is on there. We'll also play.
I know Scablands you've been pretty excited about.
Yeah, Scablands offers some volatility. And let me tell you something about last night. I had dinner with Andy Haas and several other players, and that person has no shortage of confidence this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, good. You're going to the notebook?
Oh,
already?
yeah, no, that's what best thing about going to these things with these guys, all right? Because I'm listening. I have Andy Haas and Paul Luna in front of me. They're talking shop about Golden Tee.
Yeah.
I've got Steve Beattie, Kevin O'Connor, all these world champions. They're talking their shop. How are they approaching the game? And all I am just being quiet. And I'm just listening, and I'm listening how they're approaching it, and just trying to absorb it because I need to bring it here and kind of translate what they're going through. Andy Haas, like I said, no shortage of confidence, and how he's going about his game this weekend. So we'll see if he can back it up.
Yeah, I think I always enjoy tomorrow because I really like seeing the way that these guys play these courses, right? So right now we'll talk about the update tomorrow too, but like where we are in our update is like we are really putting the finishing touches on these courses, on everything else. And so I always come back with ideas. Now, last year when we did Worlds, the timing between Worlds and the update was like, oh my God, it was stressful, right? It was really stressful.
We walked right into the update after Worlds.
Right into, which is awesome, by the way. There's so much good in that. But I can tell you internally it was chaos, especially we were doing the remote download. And that was just a huge internal. It's so hard to do everything every year, but that was a monster, right? I canceled 2 different vacations that month because of that. Because we wanted to see it through, and we spent weekends doing it, and that's what it's going to be. So we don't have that this year, and but we're also like ahead of the game in so many respects. So I don't have that lingering in the back of my mind. But I do love, we see these courses, I see this stuff, and then you come back with ideas. You come back with different things that you want to do, whether it's for this version, whether it's for the next version. You and I have talked about this off pod, a lot of this stuff for years, quite honestly.
Yeah.
And we will now, because you'll see stuff and you'll say, hey, what about this or what about that? I saw a person doing this. And I love that part of it. So I'm like a sponge, like you are with Andy and Paul. It's like I get to watch all this, and I feel sort of the same way.
Yeah, just kind of so. And it's good for me, who has a great line of communication with some of the best players in this game, and a lot of them really open up about how they approach. And I say a lot of them because not all of them. A lot of them believe that their information is proprietary to them, and does not want to share what they've seen. And I think that kind of philosophy helped Rick Copperthorne win the World Championship today in mobile. And
it was a grind. It was a grind. It was a grind for him.
Got the O brothers over here. All right, some of my favorite people that there are.
But do we know who's qualifying on the stream machines tomorrow?
We do.
Did you guys talk about this already?
Not today. We haven't, but we've had a couple guys that have streamed. I saw Gordy Brown. He was actually practicing before we got on the Target Rush. He's going to be on the stream tomorrow.
That is an awesome. When I was still playing in tournaments, which has been a while, I remember meeting Gordy. I think I qualified with Gordy, who was a good player then, but just learning the game. And to see him take off and become a factor, right, seemingly overnight, kind of similar with like Brandon Robinson, who I played with in college, Golden Tee. That's who I learned to play Golden Tee with. Is Brandon. I've known him for a really long time. But Gordy that's great. That's great. I'm excited for him. What a good opportunity for him.
We're seeing this world. These guys that are growing up basically and deciding that hey, we're going to play Golden Tee at our house and we're going to find competitive ways to do it. Discord. All right, that whole world right there, man. I don't know if you've seen what they've been doing, but I mean, they're playing till 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 through 5 games, and that they're dialing in their game. They're exchanging ideas, and Gordy's been a part of that. Chris Wingler, who is he's the admin. Along
I know we
with
talked about
Jay
him
Ware.
on the podcast,
but
and
these guys, they they get together, they kind of lab, if you will. They get to the lab and they kind of figure out what they're doing, and that's helped guys like Gordy, helped guys like James Hickey. And guys like Steve Beatty, Ken Callis, all these guys, they're going to Discord and they're seeing each other play, and they're getting ideas off each other.
It is. And then the other thing we talked about, and I want to hear more about the qualifying too, but who's going to make a run? Like who's going to, from that group who we're not expecting, right? Who's going to qualify and maybe go 2-0 in their first 2 matches and upset a player you're not thinking they're going to upset.
We got a few of them in the field. There's going to be next year. Last year we wouldn't. I don't think we expected the Taylor Godfrey finals. I don't know if I was. I knew something like that could happen. Those players are very capable of doing something like that. But when you talk about the Andy Haas's, Paul Lennas, you kind of forget about the Paul Taylors and the Eddie Godfrey.
Yeah, Eddie.
But they're all
he
good
plays
enough.
more games than anybody. Another guy I talked to last night. You talk about confidence, man.
Yeah,
he's oozing confidence, which
volume,
given the reps, is no surprise. So who else are we going to see tomorrow?
Well,
I don't mean to be putting you on the spot.
let's go ahead.
We can get
Let me
production guys maybe to help us out too.
I got King Kong Steve Zaski going right beside me. He's getting ready to play.
Oh, good.
We got who's on the streaming tomorrow? We got the recently married and the 2022 Golden Tee World Champion Paul Luna. He'll have on machine. He'll play with I believe Gordy Brown. He's on there. I got to remember we have Andy Haas. You'll get to see Andy Haas tomorrow, obviously, and you'll get a quick crash course on how he's approaching the game. There's guys like Mike Arrington. He'll play on the stream tomorrow. We got James Hickey. That's the one I keep mentioning. And one of the best players between 20 and 30 and 40 yards that you'll see. And I'm hoping we'll get a lot of shots, especially if we play that PGA course, we're gonna see a lot of shots like that from him. So
that's awesome.
Those are a few of the guys. I don't have the list in front of me. I wish I did. My notes are in my previous phone, and the
phone to be named later or never be named again.
Yeah, we'll hopefully get it from the cloud when I get my new phone back. But anyways, yeah. So those are some of the guys, and we'll see what comes from all that. One of those guys that are streaming tomorrow are going to walk in and have their head down, and they're not going to be happy with what happened. And then there's going to be other guys that are going to keep the focus, and it's going to be a normal day for them.
No, it's it like mobile today. You see basically what the difference of a shot will do. Unlike mobile, that qualifier was essentially seeding, and this qualifier is going to be a lot. I saw guys laughing in the mobile qualifier when they weren't playing well, and that's fine, right? That's the nature of the beast, and guys are look, we are here to have fun first and foremost. With a cut and a cut that's going to require some serious play, that's not going to be the case tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
So Steve Zaski, Jordan Cook getting up here on this machine, getting their target rush game going. Let's as I'm going to hear also. All right, so we have Paul Luna. We had C.J. Wengler. He's on a machine. We have
Paul Taylor.
Paul Taylor's on another machine who was with Taylor? Yeah, Mike Arrington, Kevin O'Connor. So we have Paul Luna, C.J. Wengler, Gordy Brown, Robert Brown, one of the 4 Canadians in the field. He's from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He'll play in his 3rd World Championship tomorrow on a streaming machine. I think he's on the same machine as Eddie Godfrey and Michael Jaeger. Jaeger, longtime player.
Long-time player. Yeah, with a lot of experience and a lot of
World
game.
Championships. 8 of them for him. He's a former Team USA guy. He's gotten to play at that level. and looking to make a cut. He's Mike is kind of feast or famine sometimes when it comes to these
He
qualifiers,
is. Yeah.
whether you'll get something really good out of him or he'll play in the silver and not have a great day. But we'll see what happens. He was kind of I remember him being in the mix in the silver bracket at the World Championship in 2019 at the Orleans. He was the one that knocked out Evan Gossett in the single elimination.
He's got a game, and again the experience is like very few in the room have played more tournament games and high pressure games than that guy.
Yeah.
How many games you played against him over the years?
Oh, Mike?
Matches?
0.
Really?
Yeah, 0.
Of all the years?
All the years. I'm trying to think of it right now. Like I could tell you my tournament record. It's been a funky career. Okay, it's funny when you say this because I'm 2-0 against Andy Haas, 2-0 against Evan Gossett, 0-2 against Kevin Lindsay. It's really it's been a weird career. Okay.
Hey, look, I'll give him crap, but unfortunately that dude can shoot every once in a while.
Yeah, no, he had a.
I'm 1-0 against Paul Luna, by the way.
Oh.
But that was pre,
That wasn't the same Luna we know now.
Yeah, it was the start. It was like but not fully formed, and that dude, holy cow, a little bit different now. I wouldn't want that game.
No. Rachel Anthony Luna is going to take the middle name as well, as Andy Coleman gave us a joke there. Rachel Luna and Paul Luna. I actually saw there was a pool party. There are a couple pool parties today here at the Palms.
I heard.
And in honor of Paul Luna, he was out there with his new bride, and I saw some signs that said, "Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Luna."
That's beautiful.
At a lot of Golden Tee players out there.
That's awesome.
So
it was only 107 degrees, I heard, versus. I don't think I've been outside in 2 days. I mean, I'm serious. I'm trying to.
Last year it was 118. We were all over the Circa.
Hot, man. It was so hot. Circa is a lovely, lovely place, but walking anywhere in that heat was crazy. I'm genuinely trying to remember the last time I've seen sunlight. Actually, it's a little alarming now that I'm saying it out loud. I probably should do something about that at some point. No, but this is fun. So it's cool, and this is neat too. Again, seeing, Target Rush is funny. So in my house, I have a home edition, and my kids, I've got 3 kids, 9, 7, and 5-year-old, and so we had a bet for a really long time that if one of them beats me in Target Rush, and I'm haven't played all that much, but still can play. And actually, this I like and play all right. And so we were playing on Manhattan, and my 7-year-old dropped 3 holes in one in a single game on me, and finally conquered me. And so everyone got ice cream, and so I was like, all right, well, we'll run that back.
Oh, there's an ace from.
Yep. And he beat me again.
Ace.
So my Target Rush game was strong for a while, but now that the 7-year-old is beating me, man, I think the wheels are kind of falling off. Although I think he posted like 850,000 points or something crazy.
I'd be breaking out the Tickle Monsters game out of the garage and let him play that. I'd get him off the Golden Tee. Like,
Retro Raccoons.
Yeah.
got into a good Retro Raccoons conversation with somebody earlier. They were saying, hey, I've got this at my bar, and I also have Retro Raccoons. That game is super fun.
The Muse Brothers have one too. I've seen it.
Oh, yeah. It's great. I mean, So this is the trick with this game too, right? It's like, in a closest to the pin style game where you can, try and use the cup as your backstop.
Yeah.
You can here, obviously, but the risk is that if you miss it, it's going to roll out.
Zasky playing with a lot more spin here. That breeze, he's playing with the stout breeze ball. All right, so that means it's not going to have that cozy feeling that the dart does.
And you almost wish you did have a backspin bite. Like something right in between backspin and bite, like a IE.
But he's getting some hard thumbs on this. Look at 101.
Yeah.
99, and that's. I don't think this is. The hole's got to get in the way for him to get this to work.
That's got to hang in there. No.
None of them have hit in the red zone.
Oh no! Oh.
Got off of it. He's got to have an ace to have a shot. That's got 102. No,
he's got to fringe it and hope.
Oh no, his club went down. That's the thing. When you're in a rush, you change your club by accident.
Yep. It happens. It's not a bad score, but not good enough, clearly.
And looks like Jordan is going to
That's
move on.
That's a really good round, man. That's a really good round of target rush.
800,000. That's been in the upper echelon of scores I've seen so far.
Have you seen $1 million yet?
I have. I've seen 1.2 million earlier.
Oh, here on the stream?
Yes, I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we that was in one of the first matches we saw. Dude had I think a couple hole-in-ones in there.
Yeah.
And we also saw one match that was won by like 4,000 points. It was really cool.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you do a little bit of like follow the leader sometimes.
Mhm.
So if you're both like pounding, the inner circle or on certain shots, right? It's all that you're going to do. So you got to find a way to get separation somehow.
Love we have a good international almost feel here with some Canadians here.
I know.
A lot of different regions of the country being represented by players here.
I do love that. It is nice to see. No, it's fun, man. This has been a really good day. Long day. Long day.
Long day.
But it's it's a lot of fun. Evan Goss coming over here.
Evan Goss said he's trying to get us to make sure we remember 2018.
A certain name on a certain trophy.
Yeah. 2018.
He's here to help you out.
Yeah, he's here to help me out. Appreciate it. He's trying to get us to remember 2018 and how nice that was for him.
Yeah, it was nice.
So when I've said this a couple times, but I have both him and Masar on the podcast, and I think I told you about this yesterday. Like they had no clue that there was a fight breaking out behind them when almost a fight to break out right behind them while they're playing the World Championship, the finals.
I did. I had a clue.
Yeah.
Actually, really, you get locked in, and then all of a sudden you hear a commotion of some kind, and there it was.
Mm-hmm. So,
what's some of your more memorable worlds? What's some of your more memorable Worlds experiences that you've had, either as a player or as a
There's a few of them. So in November, it will be 20 years since Jeff Harlow won his World Championship, and I'm always going to remember the blast pitch shot from Ridgewood number 6 or number 7 that basically won him the World Championship. Tim Glenn had landed the green. It was a drivable par 4.
Bush Camp Dad?
Huh?
Bush Camp Dad, Tim Glenn?
Yeah, Bush Camp Dad, Tim Glenn. Fortnite extraordinaire.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
And Tim Glenn they were playing that match, and Tim landed the green, and Harlow got in the bunker, had to hit about a 40-yard bunker shot, and nailed it. And that basically won him the championship. I'll always remember that. And of course, that was my first World Championship. So that's one of them. The confetti at the Orleans was just such a monumental, like the confetti and all that stuff. It was just such a different look for a champion to be on, by the way, national television. Right? And to see Mark Stenmark, that was, to me, some prime times of having the Golden Tee World Championship, because there was a lot of people that came out to try to last chance qualify. We had our champion that basically almost came off the couch and to win that championship. And he, it's those are kind of the memories I feel, especially now that we don't have Mark anymore. To see that it's such a spectacle, that's a beautiful memory to me.
I've thought about him a lot the last couple of days, to
too.
be quite honest. It feels weird not having him here, and it's hard to even think about, because a champion's champion. Think about the support he had from his family at the event. Of course, that's a memory. Yeah, the first year at the Orleans was so different. Because it was the stage, and it was. I was just hoping nobody would fall off the stage, because that was a stage, not like the one behind us. That was a big stage,
different stage.
So a lot of different memories. The worlds we had at our trade show was obviously, much different than what we've do now, but it was a way to get it back, and it was really, it was exciting. It was fun just to have it in existence again, even if looking at it now, it kind of pales in comparison to what the event is here today.
Yeah, it's just such a, I don't know, we live in a different world now, but I don't know, this championship still brings really good players out, still brings some of the best together, still some of the classic players. Hell, I've seen guys that have been playing here for 20, 25 years, and they still care about this championship. They still care about coming to compete. And speaking of champions, we got a target rush game getting ready to fire up, and there's a two-time champion in Tony Johnson. The one guy
Still in his jersey.
Still in his jersey. Kind of a surprising day for him. Got caught in some bad spots to where he didn't really play bad, but just one shot. One shot got him.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the theme, again, that extends forward. But Tony really knows his way around the trackball. We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
This is
the roots.
It's not a surprise now.
All right, so now he's taking a little too much time here.
And this is the thing with target rush. When you fall out of rhythm, you have to figure out how you're going to get back on.
He's got a really, really just a selection of clubs for him right now that are not helping his cause at all.
Yep.
And just because of stuff like that, not a great setup.
No, I think when you get off kilter, you'd want to use bite and hopefully have it leak down. But the problem is when you're playing and in the middle of it, it's really hard to switch shots, as you know.
It's got a 4x multiplier going. Hopefully this will get.
It's got to get down.
Oh no.
All right, so here you don't need a rush. You got one more shot.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get this shot off. So, he did, and it went wayward.
Yep. Looks like he's been playing pretty well, though. I mean, that's not his best round.
No, but it's like he's got that tweener look. We'll see what he has right here. This guy who's playing with some plus spin stouts, and now he's going to play with backspin. He's going to get more spin on it than Tony did, actually. I think he needs to change his strategy right now. And he looks like he's going to do it. He's going to stick with the backspin.
Well, again, this is the question: do you commit to it, or do you just kind of stubborn up and say, "All right, I'm going to get my multiplier to 5x, and then I'm going to figure it out." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, right now, I think he's just kind of okay in the 3x zone. He saw Tony kind of get into a little bit of trouble, so right now it may be just in his mind to keep it a little safe.
Well, that's the other thing too, because of what he needs.
And he put a bite on it now. He's made an adjustment. We're gonna see what happens here.
That's got to get down.
It's got to stop. No.
See again. Well, you could maybe get one more in.
Yeah. All right. So watch it's got to stop. That's got to stop, and then nope, it's gone, and he got it off.
The question is, I always do this on this last shot.
All right, watch this.
You're trying to.
Nope, and that's going to go to the fringe too. And Tony, with even missing the green a couple times, will take that first one.
That's a big win.
50% accuracy. That's all I got. 8 shots. So, Pole Liquor versus Whammy. He's got the Ann Edwards jersey on. Don't see many guys with those on. Timberwolves having a great year last year.
Oh, my God. I love this jersey, and what a run. He and I were talking about it earlier.
Machine 6, Justin Seeley. Craig Franta. Justin Seeley.
I wonder how we're looking on our bracket.
I don't know. I haven't seen a bracket. I don't think there's a published bracket that I know.
Oh. Well, the bracket's moving along, we've been told.
So, looking at some of the comments here. Just appreciate everybody tuning in as we have a couple hundred people just reaching the 9 o'clock hour here in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you're staying up on the East Coast with us, I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And we're here from the 2024 Golden Tee World Championship. I believe it is the 13th edition of this championship, the World Championship.
I should probably know that, but you might know better than I.
I'm not here just for my looks. I actually also am here for some Golden Tee knowledge and perspective. So.
You got plenty of it. All right, so
let's see how this hole looks out here. As
now this one you're going to have to really play it up high.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have the same thing. Although that's a really good line.
That's a really good line.
Yeah, just keep doing that. And one of them will probably crash into that hole at some point.
This is he needs about a little bit more. He's got 83, so he's going to get 94. But it's just, it's wayward.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, the problem when you rush, your strength again is affected by that. And again, those last couple of shots, as you feel it, and you start to I've got 14 seconds left. I've got one more shot.
Yeah.
So I can take my time on 2 different shots.
Well, he's hitting a lot of power shots here right now, where he's he's hit so much power it's causing him to be inaccurate.
Correct.
And that's for that setup. I think you would hope for more. Tony's gonna. So let's see what his clubs look like here, but he has the same 9 irons he did before. You would believe he's going to eat this up. Let's see how much went. Yeah, one degree. No. Oh.
I like this from Tony.
Yeah.
I actually think this could work out well.
God, spent 5 seconds before he hit his first shot.
Yeah, and
Some
that
question.
may not
He's
get
in a
there.
tweener look too.
So he's going to have to hit this harder.
Yeah.
But I
This is got to go. And then remember, this is the darts, so this is not going to roll out a whole lot. He's going to have to hit some harder shots. 128 now. Let's see what happens here.
that's a better looking line.
Yeah. All right, now he just needs to get a little bit straighter, but he's got a number down in his mind. 120, that's not going to be enough. He's got to get going on that one.
Go. That carried better than I thought. You're
Yeah.
right.
So, and he's been relatively in that second zone for most of this. Oh, and there's a short one. He needs to get a really good shot now.
Is he going to get one more is the question.
And he got one off at 118.
Is it going to go? It will.
That's important. He's going to get into that first zone, but he's still 249,000. He'll take the match. Not in the prettiest fashion we've seen tonight from some of these guys. No, whole liquor guy. I'm sorry, 336. So we got. Oh, that's right.
Third and deciding game.
That one water shot. That one water shot, I believe, probably had a lot to do with that score. So now Tony, tournament life. I don't think in jeopardy yet. I don't know if he's lost. That's information I need to know right now if
And
Tony's lost yet.
It's information I don't know if we're going to get.
Yeah.
At least right now.
Let me, one of his cohorts are over here. We'll see if they know.
All right, we're working to get that intel.
So just getting a little bit of reporting. Adrian believes he has lost a match so far.
Oh, wow. So this could be a
this is an
elimination
important. All right, this has got pressure. If this is an elimination match, this has got pressure right here.
This is a pretty good look, honestly. I
Yeah,
think this should, for what he's playing, this should suit him well.
Yeah.
Now the question is, he's going.
Yeah, we're going with the 5-iron. He's going to hit some 81 thumbs. Oh,
was a
and
nice
that's
little
good.
bounce.
Good in that stayed in that red zone. That's important.
You're flirting with it.
Oh, and there's Tony Johnson with an ace.
Wow.
That's going to help him a lot.
That's got to go. Oh, that's. Well, this is the start you want now with the 5X.
With the 5X.
You got to, even if you don't make it, he's in a nice shot rhythm here too, right? He's able to get some off.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just want
Into
to
that
try
second
and
zone.
get that, get in the red. That looks pretty.
It's pretty comfortable. No, just a little wayward. Now this is a good line right here.
Yep.
Oh, just a little hard. 88 thumb. Just softened it up a little bit. This is on a good line too. This should be good. No, just hits that fringe. Oh.
Oh, he got it off.
He got it off. 8-6.
That's a good. Just getting points there though is huge.
All right.
Oh.
1 million,
Now
ladies and gentlemen.
That's a beefy round.
All right. He's going to need, first off, he's going to need 7 total shots, and all of them are going to need to be kind of close. 1X points to start. He gets it right off. And that's no 550.
Yeah, unfortunately, no multiplier there.
No multiplier, and here we go with the 2X.
Danny Boy at 13. Mark Gomez, Danny Boy at 13.
But he's pretty solid with these stouts, though. He's getting them within.
That's a good looking shot.
And see that? Oh no, that's a really good looking shot.
The pay, it's tough. Tony was not.
See how close we
that
get.
inside zone.
Oh my goodness, he's back in the get back in the red zone. No, it didn't happen. 72,000.
At the end. Is that going to miss off to
Boy,
the side?
if he can get himself an ace, maybe really, he needs these last 2 shots to be in the red zone, and one of them needs to go in the hole. No.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
No.
Because that was, come on, get ready to swing.
Ooh.
Oh.
540.
I know we watched. I was surprised that Tony's round, it was that much. Because he got his hole in one a little bit early. Right?
8 of them in zone 2, 1 of them in zone 1, 1 hole in 1. As compared to those 2 less shots also. Whammy had 10 shots.
So I don't know where Whammy is, but I would imagine we've been playing this for a while. He's got to be in a pretty decent spot, hopefully, to.
Well, let's say, but I was just told by one of the people in the tournament that he has lost a match. So we'll confirm that.
Well, that's true. And depending on where he lost and all those different things, he could be working his way through that bracket, and it can be long, depending on where it is. So.
It's awesome. We should have a few rounds in. We probably have some guys that have qualified now, like that have gotten themselves good enough, well finished to get themselves into this field. We looked at it. If you in a double elimination tournament, if you get to the final 4 of the main side, your spot's taken care of for the World Championship.
Man.
Kevin Bott, do not leave the building.
A lot at stake.
And also with 9 spots available, all right, in a double elimination tournament, all right, you notice we have how we pay in places 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5, 6, 7, 8. There has to be a 9th, all right?
Yes.
And there's 4 guys in that round, all right? Just saying. I mean, we got to play it off somewhere.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I think that's how they're going to do it. Well, yeah, I would like to see that.
That would be fun. Talk about high stakes. That's some suspense. So that's my first million-point target rush round of the weekend. We'll see if we get another. And again, we are here at the Palms, and a shout out to XP Network, who's been helping us out all day. You see the QR codes there for Apple. You're an Android guy, though, right?
I am an
Us
Android.
Android guys have to sit together as we hear things going on in the back. But XP Network, who's helping us all week long, helping us with mobile, helping us and now with the arcade side. As this room starts to feel itself a little bit, right?
It does. And we got a guy that's with one of our competitors. He's friends with One Ball Paul Sane, this guy with this big, beautiful beard. I can't remember his name. I got to meet him earlier. But he's kind of an excited. He's been working on his target rush game since he got here today. So we'll and that was around noon. So we'll see where he's at. He's playing Jordan Cook. Jordan Cook, kind of a mainstay in some tournaments. He goes to a lot of them throughout the Midwest.
All right. Firing it up. Have you seen any target rush on Bonnie 17 yet?
Yes, we have. Yeah, we've seen a couple of those.
Okay.
And these guys that are playing the dart/plaster golf ball, they're having some advantages there because the stout's basically if you're playing with wind in your face, I mean, it's just going to come down from the green. It's going to roll out, and you're going to end up in the fringe. And that's what happened to Jordan here, and he ended up losing the match earlier, where another guy was playing with the dart.
But it's so, some of those looks can be pretty favorable, and some are.
Oh, your strategy is set up dependent, but without a doubt.
4 beer minimum.
4?
That's excellent.
4 beer minimum. Love that name.
All right, so we'll try and get some bracket information of where things stand. Oh, this is an interesting look.
Yeah, a little Manhattan.
Yeah. So the problem you're going to run into is that's actually pretty good. Again, get the multiplier. That is the strategy. Keep the multiplier going, and this is a place, as long as you don't miss too far to the right, you should be able to keep that multiplier working. But if you can hit that fringe and then just very politely bounce down, that, you don't even need to hit the fringe with this ball.
No. Kind of a softer shot there, but.
Yeah, I think I could see some interesting scores on this. You just can't lock in that distance, though, perfectly. Trying different shots. That looked like it was.
Yeah, it's a little soft.
Yeah.
But he is continuing to fire at it. Oh, and that's just a fringe shot. You don't want it. Now, this has got potential to be good, right?
Yeah.
Nope, just around that big red zone. 324. Let's see what Jordan can do.
I don't know if that's going to hold up.
Also,
I don't know. It's a weird hole, though. Again,
Mhm.
you get out of your rhythm as we go double wide.
All right. As we got some guys with some great T-shirt game on the right side.
yeah.
All right, going by Cricket over here. Admit it, life would be boring without me.
That's pretty good.
And
to
then,
the point.
And then this man who is Andrew Russell. Let me tell you about him. He's got Ben Drankin on his T-shirt. He's a local here.
Yes.
Canadian transplant locally. Lives here locally now. His wife, girlfriend wife Cindy, was the runner-up in the Florida Open Ladies Tournament.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. He's made a cut on the National Golden Tee Tour. I expect him to have some good shots.
Absolutely. All right, now it's like target rush overload, man.
Yeah.
Have you had a hard time keeping your attention here?
When we get two of them going, but there was a bounce in right there, but it goes so fast you don't get replay or anything. It just
you got to move.
Got to move. All right, so it looks like Jordan took the first one over there. Andrew Russell coming in here. The crowd got a little bit bigger when Andrew Russell got in here.
Mark Buckowitz, Evan Gossett.
1 mil. There you go.
11. Machine 6. Gary Sheldon, Al Zarell. Gary Sheldon, Al Zarell.
Cricket getting going here. See what golf ball he's playing. Now he looks like he is a dart guy as well.
Yeah, look at that thing. Just
slow up and stop. It's like I don't know, maybe the green's like super wet when that ball.
yeah. It is. Talk about rep, though, here, man. This is like assembly line golf in terms of getting these things off.
Yeah, fast as you can, as quickly as you can.
Playing with the golf ball, though, it is so tricky because it's like that confined roll.
And there's another million right there. 1 in hole in 1, 2 in zone 1, 6 in zone 2. Not a lot of. That's going to win a lot of rounds here. So
Yeah, I'd say so.
As we're seeing on the left side, we got Jordan Cook, Hebedy. And some of these guys don't play with the quick shot on, so just
and again, it doesn't make
down.
a difference. You're not going to go faster.
Yeah.
I remember when we were, firing that thing up. That's going to go.
And there's a beautiful shot.
There's going to go too.
He's
That's going to go in.
Yep, got
That's
it.
beauty.
That's
where you want it.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's going to be a hard score to beat right there.
Oh, get in there.
Got in there and 929.
Wow, I asked you if you've seen a million. It seems like we're all kind of, that's like the in thing to do is just to score 1 million points.
Yep. It'll get you there. But we'll see what my man does here.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. This is all. Yep.
Oh no. 387. See it. Oh shit, dude. He just jumped off that thing.
Did he jump on purpose?
I believe so.
Holy shit.
As all right, that threw us off there.
BJ,
I'm going to need a GIF of that, buddy. If that's clear and can be seen.
Yeah. And I'm going to need a clean pair of shorts.
Now, if that would happen in the Orleans, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no, it wouldn't have been
we'd be calling an ambulance, sir.
All I saw was it looked like it was an attempt, a deliberate attempt. Oh, you got it off.
And Cricket got it. Is he good enough to still play? All right, make sure he didn't break an ankle or something. Someone said, "Do not jump again." So I guess that was purposeful as we.
Well, it is Vegas.
Yeah.
And it is after 9 o'clock. That is a great shirt. So this is the third and deciding match. We don't know if these guys have a loss yet, do we?
I do not know. That is a good question.
Yep.
We're bracketless.
I do love logging into the NFC with an Apple Watch. I think that's pretty nifty.
I've seen guys do that. They like putting their watch down.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You don't even have to take anything out.
I still see old Clinton Grover over there plugging in his numbers every time. 2 fingers.
Yeah, it's all good.
Good to see you, Paul Luna. That felt good. The new married Paul Anthony Luna. Good to see that
It's
guy.
a very graceful entry and exit.
Yeah, very gave me a nice little kiss on my hand.
Oh, geez.
Your Grace.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. We have some spin. That was a good recovery, actually.
Yeah, we're sitting there floating with the, is this the 18th hole of Manhattan? And he is plowing into this machine. Oh, my goodness, Ben. Andrew, 117. Just don't think he was playing the, we'll see. He's playing the darts now. We got to see what happens. That goes off the green.
Mark Gomez, Clint Grover on 13.
Oh. Good idea.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I mean, these guys are drinking around us. I can't just keep water around here. I guess I need to go ahead and have one. Ooh, all right, now that's a better shot. Plus 36. I don't know. This is one of these have got to stay on this in this landing zone. Only getting a 3x on your last shot. 72,000, and Andrew takes it. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Please don't. Okay. Whew. All right.
It's the most suspenseful thing we've seen.
As I go diving to the comment section to see who saw this.
And still a good embrace afterwards, which I love to see. I think the stairs is a good idea. That is, I don't know if Richard King is the problem.
I'm hoping there's a GIF somewhere.
There will be a GIF. There will be the GIF. Somebody in the chat.
I need the technical minds of the world.
John Noble, maybe supplanted in terms of, stage falls. John's wasn't a jump. His was a trip.
There's an issue there. Okay, everybody knows John Noble. I don't know that guy. All right.
No, I agreed. Yeah. I'm glad he's okay. It didn't sound great.
Yeah.
But he got up.
He got up.
That's one of those tomorrow mornings, though, where you're like,
Oh, yeah, he's going to wake up like, what? I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Andrew looks around.
That was a great recovery.
What a great, thank you, PJ, giving us the replay there.
That was a great recovery.
Oh, man. But he got right up, so Andrew Russell.
Rollerblading, I went through a rollerblading phase as a kid, right, where you try and, grind, and that was me.
That was you?
Yeah. And in all aspects, the attempt at a jump, the fall.
That's
me. Pretty athletic, if I'm being honest.
That's me trying to ollie on my skateboard back in the day.
The first 60% of that was pretty excellent.
Yes.
And then,
good form, just didn't stick
great
the landing.
Form, yeah, got some height. Golden Tee Combine. That's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm. What would be the metrics where we would be judging? Well, I mean, we could.
We could figure this out. We could have a high jump. We could have a long. Would you actually incorporate Golden Tee? I think that would be boring. I think we'd want to actually.
We want to see the athletic prowess of these Golden Tee players.
A sprint may, speaking for myself, a sprint may ruin 15 to 25 hammies in here, right?
But I would be willing to bet that a quarter of the World Championship field probably can't make it the 40-yard dash.
Limping around?
Yeah.
Yeah, 40.
We're getting on up there in age.
We could do a push-up contest. That'd be fun.
Okay. Count me out, but we'll see who prevails there. There's some fit guys, though, in Golden Tee.
Yeah.
Hell, Greg Kinsler's running 5Ks just all the time now, I guess. And
I like the idea of this, the combine.
yeah, so we get the high jump. Are they going to take IQ test?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
But like now, after a day of qualifying. yeah, like, you know.
IQ test at midnight on a Friday night.
It's an endurance test.
At a tournament.
Yeah. So is Jaeger in this match as well? Speaking of Jaeger, I thought I saw him up there. I don't know if he was standing up there.
No, I think Mike's in the championship, so
Okay.
he won't be. I think Andrew. They called Andrew's match. He had his cigarettes in hand, ready to go. But now, hey, Andrew. Who do they say you're playing? So just trying to ask Andrew who he's playing. Okay. He said somebody with the last name Cook. It might be Jordan Cook. I think he was talking about. But
so he's got to be close here.
Yeah, no, he's been playing a while. I think he's lost a match. Once again, he's about to walk past me. I'll ask him again.
What are your thoughts? Did you well, you're a sandals wearer. So do you wear sandals when you play Golden Tee?
Yeah. At one point, I mean, we used to do this in convention centers, and people felt comfortable enough to take their shoes off and play.
Yeah.
And I've done that, but I typically sandals. Yeah, I'm okay with it, and I don't like the way I play at home. Like I try to keep it consistent to where I'll never forget this. There was a year because I've always played in sandals. This was Minnesota. I chose to go to the Mall of America that day, like one of the days before the tournament.
Oh, goodness.
And I went into a Nike store, decided to up my tennis shoe game. And I walk into the tournament wearing those tennis shoes, and I could legitimately feel like I was like a half inch to an inch higher, with the.
Did it throw you off?
Yeah, it did. It was a completely different feel. I kind of kept that in the memory bank, and I'm gonna remember like, hey, let's keep things consistent. The way I play at home is the way I want to play at a tournament. And I think everybody feels that way that are playing in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, when you play, cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
When you play with that level of precision that you do and still do, everything matters. It's the reason I like getting here early. The nice thing about being here early is aside from that, these cabinets are almost entirely brand new.
Yeah.
Right. So we get them out of the box, and as you know, it takes time to break them in.
Mm-hmm.
So having the mobile tournament and then having a day yesterday, which was not the norm, to get these cabinets pretty broke, and I'm sure by now they all are. They'd be good to go. That's awesome, because then come tomorrow, it's showtime, right?
Yeah.
So
and here we got Jordan Cook, Andrew Russell. This should we'll see what kind of setups we got here. Let's go for a Bonnie 17. Bonnie Moore Black. No, we're gonna take Missouri.
This is fireworks potential though here.
Yeah, was this the one they were playing earlier?
No, that's gonna miss on the low, and that's gotta hang on. So yes, I like the switch there. That was a graceful switch too.
Mm-hmm.
Get multipliers. Yup.
Get in that zone. That'll get him to 2.
Yeah. Now the issue with this type of hole, right, is it's gonna leak out for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, he's got to. First off, he's got to thumb it at like 76, 74. If he's going to thumb it any harder, he's got to have backspin, and if he backspins, it's going towards the water.
This is your stuck.
Yeah, he's in kind of a tweener shot here, 78. That's not going to work.
No, it's getting there though.
That's got rollout. 81.
Trying to thumb at like that limited, that's tough.
Mm-hmm. His number needs to be 70, and it's 71, and that may be too short.
Go. No, that is too short.
He was too long the whole time. Too long the whole time, and now it was just too short. Now, love the cigarette. Reminds me of a famous poker player.
Now that thing really.
Now he's got super spin on his, and he's just going to pound it with the darts, and the club went back. He's got got himself in a hurry. Oh, this could be nice. Oh, nope, too much. So right now he's banging it at about 103, and he's ending up in the fringe every single time. So we'll see what happens. He needs
That's
14. He's got to get one more off, gets one more off, and 111. That's got to stop somewhere. All right, 3X, a lot of zone twos, 116. And no, that didn't get Jordan. So
super spin is interesting, right? Can be your friend.
Dan Elselman, Terry Haddock. Dan Elselman, Terry Haddock on 4.
Can also be difficult to control in those instances.
yeah, that's the thing. He's just playing those hard shots. It creates so much spin. I just don't know if he had much of a chance there. But
Machine 13, Sean Gervais, Mark Gomez. Sean Gervais, Mark Gomez on 13.
having a small conversation. We'll see what's the next. So Andrew will go first this time.
It's also a great shirt. Best wife ever.
Cindy, she would like.
That's just a.
She can play too. She's got game.
That's a great. That's just a. Yes, that shirt.
That machine always pays.
Appreciate everybody keeping engaged with us here on YouTube and all the streaming channels that we have, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, on X, all of our social media platforms.
Are you saying X naturally now, or do you still have to?
I don't know if the formerly Twitter thing is really needed anymore. I think we all know what X is.
No, I just forget to say it. You know what I mean?
No.
It's
No, Twitter was a major brand in our lives for quite, especially yours.
I just got a Twitter Uber receipt, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Do I owe you money?
No, God, no. It's funny, I got it now.
No, it's 10 hours there.
I'm glad we could help.
Yeah, no,
I'm glad but what was funny is you and I coordinating earlier, trying to get you to get a new phone, and realizing just when you don't have your phone, how much you don't have.
I'm useless without my phone.
No, I'm saying me too. Like we had to write down my cell phone number on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
I think we freaked those guys out when we asked for it. Like, do you have a piece of paper and a pen? They're like, what?
I was super concerned if somebody was going to ask me if my name was Adam, because I was going to have to tell them yes.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
My Uber driver. But once I got there and I was able to, super helpful people at the AT&T store in Chinatown. And, super helpful lady. So I went over there and she helped me take care of, had to just get a new phone for the weekend. I'll get a replacement when I get back into my hometown of Greenville, where everybody's fast asleep right now here at 12:30 on the East Coast. I'm glad everybody here is staying up with us. If you're watching out there, Friday night here, we're still trying to build this field.
So we're hearing behind us,
I'm
maybe
hearing
you guys
some
are picking
dialogue.
some up, that we are starting to give away some of the spots.
Yeah.
Some of the spots are starting to be secured.
Director Andy Coleman will fill me in here in a second.
I believe Tony Johnson.
Did Tony Johnson qualify for this championship? All right. All right. So that guy that he played in that round, I guess they made the championship. So
we're really toward the end.
So I would imagine that these two that are playing right now, and Jordan Cook and Andrew Russell, there's a good chance that they're already in this field. I don't know if either have lost. Maybe Jordan had. I thought Jordan had, but.
So it looks like we are going to try and we're going to crown our Target Rush champion. I think we're going to wrap.
I'd like to know who the 9 names are before we
Yes.
go off the air
Absolutely.
tonight.
We'll get you that. That's very valuable information.
Yeah.
And then I know for us, it's a long day, so we got to rest up for tomorrow.
Yeah, and we got a good look here. First off, that was a good first set for Andrew Russell, as Jordan will take off.
I'm sorry, what was his point total?
870 or something like that. It was over 800,000. So
that's a really good score.
So we'll see. This is kind of a money look for a lot of guys now.
This is okay. All right. So when we get the final list of who gets in, we will pass that along. Looks like some names are starting to. I'm curious if these fellas are in that zone.
And Andrew, who missed out on last year's World Championship, and this would be a good payoff for him to come make this championship. I know him being a local, and I think I told you this. They housed the Lunas last night, last night or the night before last, before their wedding, I believe. Had some mimosas. They said yesterday morning before. And Jordan, that's a poor shot. That's not going to help. He needs it's a problem. He's having to hit this 76-mile-an-hour shot.
That's a good-looking shot right there. Stay in there.
Got to stay in that zone.
Nice shot.
600. So we'll play a third.
Yeah. Extra shot. Crucial, right?
It was the difference. 4 of them in zone 1, 5 of them in zone 2. It's really setup dependent. I mean, you can have all the clubs that you want to, but if you've got something that's going to put so much spin or has too much distance for what you need, if you have something in between a number, that's probably hurts you more. So especially if you're playing something like the dart, you saw Andrew in that first round where he was just trying to smack it as hard as he can, and it's not a conducive way to try to play this game.
No,
you can't play with a lot of spin in this game.
Once you get into that mode, you're brute force. I don't think is going to help unless you stumble into the hole.
Mm-hmm. All right, so game 3. Here we go. Bonnie 17. Let's do it.
I would love to see that.
And we are going to Scablands. Looks like the par 5 or the par 3 on the backside.
This is a
and that's zone 3.
The problem with that is that's a time suck right there.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these are going to be because of the loft. That's a good shot.
That's a very good shot.
It's still rolled out. We're at our third multiplier here, and it's another one that should be okay.
Notice nobody moves a tee, or they can't move a tee, but I mean, just get up and fire. Get off that fringe. I think a hole-in-one would be helpful for him right now.
I think a hole-in-one would be helpful. Because this is going to be tricky. You get another shot.
No. All right, he's got the right distance.
No, you're not.
No, he's not going to get another one. 270. All right. And here we go.
So it's interesting, little bit of a different approach, but I think to accumulate points, this is really smart.
Yeah, and right in the red, getting it in the red.
Accumulate points, I think hitting good shots, this is really smart. Because with 270,
And this is what's going to take the day for Andrew right here, just getting up, and I mean, literally.
That ended up in 13. Oh, yeah.
He's going to play. I mean, he's going to have 9 shots at this, and
boom.
554. And Andrew Russell appears, I believe, will play in the World Championship. Let's make sure of that.
Well, we should confirm that.
Someone hold the stairs.
Bunny, and so he'll move on. We got room starting to thin a little bit with some of the players as they start getting a little eliminated. Getting a little late tonight too. Some were starting to turn in, and the others are losing all their money in the gaming floor right now. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, we'll walk out of here, and I'm sure it'll be a
That's what I got to see last night. That's kind of one of the cool things about coming to the World Championship is having all these Golden Tee players under a roof, and they're all hanging out. I mean, there's a blackjack table, a 3-card table, a craps table, and they've all got Golden Tee players just hanging out.
I remember at the Orleans, that was such a neat, because it was like the takeover, right, when we first did that, and it'll be the case here. You'll see it everywhere. It's great. Won't miss us here at the Palms.
They definitely, that was the takeover.
Sure.
In 19, it felt like it for sure to me. Like in 19, I saw, good Lord, look at all these people at the Orleans. They're all Golden Tee players. All my buddies are here. You know, it was and it looks like some hugs are happening around. So I think Andrew Russell's going to play our World Championship.
That's awesome. That's great to see.
All right. And I'm curious if Jordan got into, or was that eliminated Jordan? Because that'd be a tough beat. As we are bringing on into the booth.
Yeah. All right. So you mentioned right now it's starting to fit out.
The People's Champ.
Can you, hey Kevin, could you get us how many have qualified? That would be great. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
All right. So we want to find out the names. And it sounds like we had 2.
He lasted 5 minutes in the booth, by the way, and then they put him to work. He couldn't be a commentator.
Yeah, I think that's probably bad news for my voice tomorrow, which is, it's going to need some work here, which is fine. I like being in the booth, like hanging out with you.
Do you just tell the people that you work with, like, don't talk to me for a week? And I'm like,
yeah. No, there will be some of that. They're not the problem. The kids. Yeah. It's no yelling situation upon return. All right, we're getting information on the qualifier. Okay.
Names.
So we've got.
Said 2
have qualified, and we should have 4, or it will be 4.
Yeah.
The information I don't know exactly. It's a tricky bit to decipher now that we're saying it out loud to each other, but that's fine. Either way, it sounds like we're going to have probably half or more than half of our available spots filled in, and we should be, moving forward here pretty soon.
Yeah. So the names I know, judging by the reaction from Andrew Russell, who's going to be one of them. I believe I also saw the guy that he was playing, Tony Johnson. Tony had said he made it too. But
so that would be 3, right? That we would know for sure?
I would believe so.
And then we'll start to figure out the rest. So, again, we are at the World Championship for Golden Tee at the Palms. You can still come hang out with us tomorrow on Sunday, tonight if you are in the area, whatever it's going to be.
We're here all weekend.
We're here all weekend. It's going to be a blast. Tomorrow, interested to see, what the tone of that qualifier is. We talked about it in the podcast. We talked about it again. You get to see the same types of shots repeatedly, right, over and over again. And I think it's a great teaching tool. I think it's great to see all the different styles that people play with. The equipment, I know that's something you're passionate about. And, maybe figure out a style that works for you.
Yeah, no, there's going to be a lot of different ways you're going to see these guys attack these courses tomorrow. And you're going to be in for a treat, 6 hours of qualifying. And you're going to see some really highs and maybe some lows, too. There's going to be some heartbreak in the room. That's the realness about the World Championship.
When you get your teeth kicked in a match, it happens, okay, right? It's a moment. You're playing it. You drop a hole-in-one on me. Okay. In the qualifier, you are up in your mind and you are mad at yourself, or you're, I don't want to say I've ever celebrating in that. You've got relief. Maybe if you get through a round cleanly, it's a long qualifier, so one bad round hopefully doesn't define you, but it can, depending on the depths. What was your line that you said on the podcast? You can't win a tournament on Saturday, but you can lose it.
Sure as hell can.
That's going to be the theme. That's going to be a theme tomorrow. We got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, and there's going to be I see how these guys get, especially when it comes to this championship. There's a lot on the line. They've put a lot in to this to make the World Championship. It looks like I'm seeing some congratulations to Jordan Cook, so I think he's getting one of the last chance spots. So good on Jordan Cook. But yeah, these guys know they care, and that's the general. Especially about this championship, they put a lot into it, a lot of reps, a lot of games, just to get them a shot at the largest piece of glory that we give out in Golden Tee.
It's a big day.
Yeah, and then also this trophy right here in front of us. It's been a lot of places, been a lot of miles, seen a lot of things.
Looks like it's seen some some things on the side of it here.
Mm-hmm.
But that's part of the allure of this thing, man.
Yeah,
I'm scared to touch it. I want to break it. I see a Greg Kinsler. I see a Chris Eversole. I see a couple of Chris Eversoles. A couple of Greg Kinslers. A couple of Andy Haas. Mark Stenmark. How about a Ted Dellis?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Bourgeois. Steven Sobey.
Steven Sobey will make his tournament resurgence, if you will. He will come play the Nashville tournament this coming August. That's rumor on the street. It's not rumor. I think it's actually happening.
Teacher.
And it's inspiring me to try to get to Nashville. I don't think it's going to happen, but we're going to try really hard. Steve's been a huge, important influence. In
Rodney Roberts.
Yeah, Rodney. That's another name that's going to be there, but Steve, just on a personal level, like a person that really showed me a part of the reason to show me the way to be a really good player was a lot of Steve teaching some things to me and instilling a little bit of confidence in when I was just kind of a dumb kid. So I've always appreciated him. When
I arrived at IT, I thought I was really good at Golden Tee. And the first game I played with Sobey, he said, "Let's see what you have," right? And I think I shot like a 15 or a 16 under. And he said, "All right, that's great. It was fun.
Yeah.
Now forget everything you know and let's actually teach you how to play this game." And I just love stylistically how he played. He represents a generation that's still very prevalent today of the game in its most beautiful form, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you see it, like the way that he cuts it. But there were still shots that they were unlocking at the time with the trackball that are truly unbelievable to see. And it's evolved over time, whether it's a chush or chipping, you name it.
So looking up there at the top, we were getting a little bit of information right now. Tony Johnson, Brad Marquette, Jordan Cook, and I know Andrew Russell's going to be one. Look like Jimmy Pikel, Dancing Jim Pikel, been around for a while, one of the charter members of the National Golden Tee Tour. It looks like he's going to have a shot to play the World Championship. Tony Johnson up there, still playing in the tournament, but he's already qualified.
Yeah, that's looks like those names will keep coming in, so stay tuned. Oh, that's a good look. Oh, man. I think Tony's review of that shot was
No, he started off
terrible.
He started off that hole very well, and then it just didn't get much better after that. Let's see what's happened here. Also, what hole we got over there? That's a Missouri hole. Can't imagine Golden Tee without some lava involved.
That's a good shot. These are, tell you what.
A lot of close shots here.
Equipment management is excellent.
It's a lot of really good shots coming in, and he's just right. Yeah, this is not going to be close. I don't think. I think Mr. McPieces.
And got the last one off too.
Got the last one off, and he's 7-14. And that was the difference. 4 in zone 1, 3 in zone 2. So we'll see how this one goes. So Tony down 1. And then we got my man Gutta over here. I can't remember his name, but he's got a glorious mustache. Like, it is full volume. It takes a lot of work to grow a mustache like that, Adam.
Yeah, I would know very little about that.
No, and also a complete and utter disregard for what anybody thinks of you. That's
look at that, though.
It's a beautiful mustache.
It is beautiful. Yeah. It's like a prop.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's full body.
Look at that thing.
Full-bodied mustache. As
can I get a liter of cola? That thing though is like that is like
beautiful,
man.
So also digging the t-shirt game from a lot of these guys tonight. I don't know if you've seen some of them, but like my man in the background giving a little tribute to Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
And I've seen, obviously, the Best Wife Ever ones over there. We've got, if anybody wants to see the baby picture, or I'm sorry, a young picture of Adrian Westergren, he's got a great shirt.
He always does.
Yeah.
He's always been good in the T-shirt game.
Yeah. Well, that's what Andy mentioned earlier. The T-shirt game in Golden Tee, it's pretty good.
It is.
We'll see the new one, Straight Cash Homie, tomorrow. The homage to Straight Cash Homie, Andy Haas.
Oh, yeah.
Which rhymes with Randy Moss, who coined that.
Straight Cash Homie.
Yeah.
You know, mossed, the term mossed, that's alive and well in my house. When one of my boys catch the ball over each other, they say, "You got mossed."
Oh, really?
And, that
You're going to make Randy
cool
Moss
that
proud.
yeah, exactly. Like, just never saw him play.
Brad McClick, Jordan Cook, I need to see you.
No, I think kids in the next generation will be yelling Kobe as they.
Yeah, you got mossed.
Yeah, they'll yell Kobe when they fire a basket. Or somebody yelled Kobe last night when they hit 21. I heard that last night.
Iconic.
That's a Scablands 18 look over there. It's a brutal green.
That's a good shot.
So Whammy falls the second one and is out. So out of the Target Rush tournament.
Those were three very good shots at the end.
He'll have an appointment with the World Championship tomorrow morning.
I think he'll be happy with that.
Play his second World Championship this weekend, his first World Championship since 2019.
Do we have anybody else that will be double dipping?
Eric Nelson, who played in the Last Chance Paranormal, GoldenTeeFan.com.
Good to see Eric.
And he's here by one of his Purple Bracket victories, one of the 8 people who earned their way here by the National Golden Tee Tour. Eric's one of them, and he's playing his first both mobile and arcade World Championships this weekend. I believe the Franta kid, Connor Franta, was playing also earlier. Not only will Connor, I don't think he played all that well in the mobile if he did, but I truly believe that's a name we're going to talk about a little bit later on Sunday.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
That's a name that's a little bit of a dark horse, and I say dark horse now because it's been talked about so much that I think people are kind of got their eyes on him. And he's got some high-profile wins and has all the moxie to really, these young guys, we have so few that come along. These young guys that, because he's only 22 or 23, and you see them play, and it's like him and this other guy, Jordan, who plays gold. They're so young and everything registers to them so quickly that if I don't know what the 8 people are in the speed tournament, but Franta, he would be one of them because he plays the game, but everything registers to him so quickly.
Yeah, I think
it's a young mind.
It's a gamerifying mind too, right? Like you could approach the game with a console mindset almost, and it's cool. That is not Sobe, by the way, how he played.
No.
God, that mustache.
Yeah, that is.
That's work. Though. That takes exactly.
That's work right there.
That's not a fluke.
So now, good to see some of these guys that get.
All right, that was a lucky little hop off the mound there.
Yeah, this is Missouri number 10, I believe. This is a little tee box off to the side. Typically a drivable par 4.
Tony Johnson, can I see you, please? Reese Walthiner, Lou Lobel on 2.
Keep going.
As we're getting another.
Reese and Lou on 2. Tony Johnson, can I see you, please?
That was a good friend there. Did you see him take the backpack off and have the backpack handler?
Yeah. I had a guy with him carrying my stuff.
That's good, man. I'd be a lot better at this game if I had it's like a caddy.
Personal assistant.
Yeah, it's like. That's a great hand slap, too.
Yeah, it was. You heard that all the way from over here.
That is.
So, Gutta. I know his name too. I should know his name, but
It's all right. It's late.
once again, notes in my previous phone along with the Golden Tee Caddy app that hasn't been downloaded. Golden Tee Caddy app that hasn't been downloaded on this new phone yet. That it will be downloaded when I get back to my hotel room.
Tony Johnson, can I see you, please?
So I heard that they called these two names up here. I'd not heard the. I've seen him at tournaments before. So $20 entry fee for these guys. 5 of it goes to the charity benefiting the family Mark's Denmark, and also the 15 that goes straight to the prize pool these guys are playing tonight.
We'll talk a little bit more about maybe some of the update stuff we have coming on tomorrow during the qualifier, but it is very neat that we've been able to work with Mark's family, Mark's mom specifically, on the new club set that is named after him, and that we had approved by Mark's family, and working with a local charity in Texas.
Yeah, it's
that they picked out that we were really excited to do.
A really awesome thing that you guys are.
Oh, it's
not many people that will leave a legacy as impactful amongst what we do as somebody like Mark Stenmark.
Oh, for sure.
And you guys doing the good stuff to keep that legacy going for
Mark's family and mom. I mean, we talk about our memories and seeing them at tournaments, and it's
when somebody looks back 50 years from now and they're going to tell the story of Golden Tee, I certainly hope that Mark Stenmark's name will be the first name that's mentioned of any of these guys.
I think if you talk to somebody like Andy Haas, and just some of the matches they had. Look, there was a tension there, and I mean that in the best possible way, right? You had guys who were really competitive that wanted to win, and it was awesome. And it was some.
Wasn't just Andy too. There was a lot of guys that
100%, and
they couldn't break through.
They couldn't break through.
I played in a world championship with Andy Haas in 2004, and by that point, on a team of 16 Americans, he was clearly one of the best players on this team. But it was only by a little bit. It was only by that much. Mark Stenmark was this much. I mean, large, big distance better than the second player, and the players knew it, and he knew it. I truly believe it, and that was part of the allure for him. And I remember him, because we talk about this every time there's a winner in a tournament. Like, they typically buy shots, and hey, I won my tournament. And Mark explained it to me. The reason why he did it is he played a lot of games, won a lot of matches, won a lot of tournaments.
Yep.
And it's just kind of a thank you to a lot of people around him that, fill these contests for him to play, 800 to 1,000 games a month. And a thank you to a lot of guys that, just play with him over the weekend. That was kind of his philosophy towards buying shots. And I think probably one of the first guys that were really, maybe not the first, but, one of the first on tour that were doing it.
Yeah, I just think the aura that he presented and carried was so unique, and no, he's missed. Honestly, I knew I would feel it.
I've heard several Mark Stenmark anecdotes this weekend. A lot of beautiful stories, and his presence and his spirit is definitely here this week.
But it is cool that we can work with this charity and on multiple things, right? Because the club set was the initial idea, but not the only idea. And it's neat that we can expand that a bit, and especially at an event like this, that of course I think is so much significance because of him. And man,
Mr. McPieces.
So it's a pretty nice look, by the way.
Very favorable.
I like this shot. I think this sets up well. I mean, clearly the right golf ball for this shot.
It's going to be basically just kind of a power shot out to the left a little bit, but that's the thing, when you register a lot of power, your accuracy does take a hit. We'll see what happens here. Get down in that zone. You need to get into that first zone.
Yeah, that first shot was good. This looks pretty good, depending on.
5X, let's go.
This is when you want to do it. is when you want to do it. Right here. It's got to go. That was sit. Now, yeah, you should be able to get one more.
Yeah, if this is going in, this will be 4 of them in zone 1. No, he overshot it. That's going to hurt.
It does hurt.
That's
That
a
does
shot
hurt.
that doesn't
Now,
count.
the one thing.
Wow.
So here's what that was
Totally
impressive.
redeem yourself.
Well, he took his time, right? So target rush really is kind of mapping out your remaining seconds. So if you see 15 seconds and you know the shot, you're like, okay, I got 2 balls. I might as well make the most of it. Maybe 3, depending on the hole. That was pretty, though.
That was to win it. That was to win it. That was a hole-in-one to win it. He had one less shot than the other guy. As money shot tournament still going on, Evan Gossett and Alzarel. Let me get the last name right. Alzarel.
Reese and Ben Lacey on 1 or 2. Reese and Ben Lacey on 2.
All right, Reese and Ben Lacey.
All right, so we get to sneak in a little money shot action.
A little money
here.
shot. We got a little target rush getting ready to fire back up again. And fantastic mustache. I think he just stood right next to us.
He just showed off
Yeah.
the mustache. I think he knows it.
I think he knows he's got a good one. I think he's been told that we're talking about it. You like that little golden tee they have over there at the tournament desk?
Oh, I love it. The New Wave one?
Yeah, the little
the
little mini game.
So when we were talking about doing a partnership with them, they sent us a couple of versions, different other arcade games that they've done. And then they sent also a Coke machine. It's like a retro Coke machine, and it actually chills cans. You open it up and you put 2 cans in it. It's amazing. The quality of it is really high. I mean, it's quite a unique device.
All right.
You have to play it.
I will.
No, you grew up in an era of that golden tee. You'll enjoy it.
All right. I have a hard time with the Arcade 1-Up edition, all right? So
And I get why. I mean, it's cool. It's amazing that they can make it for
It's a
what
novelty.
it is. But you know, your expectations are different than the
there's
the average user.
No, I've seen now 2 of them in houses now. It's it has its utility. It's a novelty for somebody, a lovely novelty for them.
No, for someone that it's perfectly fine. What we've actually found with Arcade 1-Up, because there are so many different box stores, is that it's kind of a gateway to the next version of whatever that next version of Golden Tee, maybe a Golden To Go or Home Edition or whatever to the bar.
So Lou Lobel, Jim Pikel, Andrew Russell, Tony Johnson, Brad Marquette, Jordan Cook. 3 more to go as we're watching a little bit of money shot.
Are you a money shot player?
Say it again.
Are you a money shot player? I feel like you have to have a
money shot. Yeah, I tell my guys it is worth their time every day to go put $1 in there and just give yourself a shot at $500. It is worth your time every single day to go spend $1 and give yourself a shot at winning a big prize. And I'm never going to be. I know a lot of the high volume money shot guys. A lot of them, the Joe Masaros of the world, the Eddie guys that know how to. I don't know if I'll ever be that guy. I'll never be a Luke Sponseller. Luke Sponseller plays a lot of money shot, but there is fun to it. Yeah, there is. It's worth it for me at least to play it. If I'm at the bar and I'm like the first one there, let's fire up a 6-pack and let's try to get us. Let's try to get our player count a little bit more healthier.
Oh yeah,
and it's a good way to do it. I think I've won 3 contests a lifetime.
That's pretty good.
3
more
of
than
them.
me.
3 of them.
3 more than me. Talk about a mindset shift, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, not so much urgency as Evan trying to get his footing a little bit.
It's a pretty good look.
So, got to seek out these players when I see them. Always, last few years I've done this. I make sure I go shake all their hands. Welcome to the World Championship, and we have our 9 now. I see the 9 up in the corner as we're information. Don't ask me to say that name, but here are your 9 players to play in the World Championship.
Can you say it again?
Reese Waltweitner.
It's good enough.
All right, we tried. Morgan Patch, Alula Bell, Ben Lacey. Jordan Cook played a lot of tournaments. Dancing Jim Pikel. Good to see him make it. Andrew Russell.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Tony Johnson. 20 years in November since he played his first World Championship. He'll play World Championship number 4, I believe.
So I think what we're going to do here is we may watch 1 or 2 more matches, maybe just one, and then and we may call it.
Yeah, we got
our 9 qualifiers.
We got our 9. They're now just
which, by the way, congratulations to all of them. This is an endurance test, and actually watching it, this is pretty fun.
Had a little bit of an excitement feel to it. These guys, first off, this room was a very full room tonight. We had a lot of players in here, had that good Friday night feel, and kind of took some players that wasn't in their element. Target rush is not normally their element, but you can see some guys that practiced, and
I think it's very streamable too. Like and that's part of the fun of it too. It's like it's a straightforward. You got a clear objective, and you move things along. It was neat. We saw a lot of games go to all 3 matches. Like a lot of back and forth. $1 million games or $1 million point games. Wish there were $1 million games.
No,
but it was fun. So we will do one more match, and then we will wrap, and then tomorrow morning, the whole thing gets going again. Qualifier is going to start at 11 a.m. Pacific time, right? So doors will open pretty early. I know that was a request from our players. We were happy to accommodate. Guys want to get in the right mindset, maybe get a Bloody Mary. What was your pre-qualifier drink of choice?
First off, hydration was important to me, to get the day started, get a good base going.
Yeah.
To me, if I'm going to just coast on beer for what's going to be an 8 to 9 to 10-hour day, that having a good solid base with some food, some water, that was always really important to me. And then just keep it on beer just for the entire day. That's how I would normally play it, or how I used to play it. Now it's more. I see guys like tomorrow. I'll see Andy Fox probably, and he'll be double fisting. He'll have a beer and a mixed drink going.
Yeah.
And
I didn't see Andy today, by the way.
He was he's played a lot. He's gambled a lot last couple of days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's just.
But no, he's been around. Tomorrow I'll see him with a beer and a mixed drink. But to me, they call it finding their right mixture. Well, what's the mixture that's going to make them the most comfortable and the most? Whereas we're going to get one more target rush in round before we wrap up tonight here at the Golden Tee World Championship. Once again, 11 a.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. We'll start the qualifier. Let's try not to see any guys post on Facebook when the qualifier is going to be. Let's listen to this. 2 o'clock tomorrow, East Coast, 11 o'clock a.m. out here, and we'll get this 5-course qualifier started tomorrow. Should be about a 6.5 hour day before we get to our speed tournament tomorrow night, which we're going to see 8 players in this World Championship field battle that out, and a doubles tournament, an AB doubles tournament. First time we've done that at the World Championship. That'll be a part of tomorrow night's festivities.
Are you going to play in that?
I don't know. I'm under your payroll this weekend, boss, so you'll have to let me know if I can or not. If I'm in the booth, then it's going to be hard.
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know. Once again,
I'm going to have some UFC on here at some point. That's going to be what I.
Yeah, I mean, are you guys disappointed that Conor McGregor's not going to be fighting this weekend?
Yeah, the card is just—it's been like a cursed card, to be honest. And they've salvaged it. It's still a very exciting card, and it's a fun.
Jamal Hill was one of them.
Yeah. The co-main got torpedoed as well, and
so it's Pereira and.
Yeah, which is fun. Yuri, I mean, they just fought, but it'll be good. And then Diego Lopes and Brian Ortega, Andy Kuhlman, by the way.
Lopes, by the way, that dude's got the height.
Yeah.
I heard that name, yeah.
Andy Kuhlman knows more about UFC than anyone I know, and he and I tomorrow got to get in the lab at some point. We've been talking the last few days, but we really got to get together.
Before Andy Coleman, before we start the UFC pay-per-view tomorrow, Andy Coleman's going to give me a parlay to hit tomorrow.
Well, I can already tell you, there's some. Andy and I are normally on the same page on a lot of things.
I will be.
I think he and I are going some separate ways already, which is not normal. Not normal. It's all right though.
Oh,
Yeah,
I am all
he's
in.
already teasing
Parlays and dogs. I'm all in on the UFC tomorrow night. I will be going to the William Hill Sportsbook here at the Palms Hotel Casino. Also, if you are in Las Vegas or in an area, I believe that with acceptable sports gambling, the William Hill Sportsbook app is available for you to download if you want to get some action on the Golden Tee World Championship and some of the players.
We got to get our hands on those odds, and that'll be fun fodder tomorrow.
Yeah, I've also got Richard was nice enough to give me the Calcutta spreadsheet.
Nice.
So we'll see what the betting market, the Golden Tee market thinks.
Yeah.
What does the auction market look like? What are these guys going for? That will indicate who people think the favorites are. But
the years we've done it, it's really been top 3-ish guys that have ultimately won in terms of odds, I believe. Jared Decker almost broke that protocol entirely. Was a chip away from doing so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, last year, here we go. We've been waiting for it to close up.
This is a perfect way to close us. So when we were building this mode, right, having the ability where the target would just kind of blend into whatever a design was. This obviously is the, epitome of that. But it was cool because, everything's going to be a little bit different. This is a tough look, though.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time in that bunker.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
You got to really get after it. Oh, that's a good shot.
All right, we'll see what happens here. Below me. All kinds of creative names we have here.
Below him.
Yeah.
Below him.
I think they do this just to mess announcers like me up. I'd also
Ron Burgundy.
I talked to. I think I saw.
Oh man, see that
the guy that announces the Kentucky Derby, like they come up with horse names just to mess announcers.
Yeah.
It was that's a little too far.
Now that is the risk, right? That first shot was frankly, I don't know how you can get on the high side when that shot didn't go in, and the risk is let's try a little higher, and
he's playing the Rovers.
Oh, look at that! I mean, that's pretty.
I got to remember what the Rover comp is. I've been telling all the guys I've done a terrible job with the branding change going from Legacy to PGA and the names.
Oh, got it off at least. But the problem is the power.
Mm-hmm. So now below me. Got to enunciate. Below me will go first. Getting to finish up the broadcast here tonight. Lovely Target Rush event, Money Shot event also. Andy Haas coming to make an appearance here today. He just got in the room. Not typically a Friday night festivity guy.
I saw him earlier, and then he's getting. He'll be in a different demeanor here, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah. Realize an 8-year-old shooting 27 in Golden Tee right now, 27 under. I mean, that's.
Yeah, he and I were talking about it. My son, who beat me in Target Rush, he ain't shooting that. He's got an okay teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you have somebody like that. And just listening to him last night, too. I mean, he knows how to really detail the game. And once again, no shortage of confidence out of him at all.
Oh, that's got to go.
That's got to go.
Now, this is a cool look. Tucked in there. Now, that's helpful. You get the multiplier going.
Got to get the accuracy.
Oh,
there
we
go. All right, so now we're getting to 3x.
Now a little bit harder. So what do we got? 104.
All right.
You're my speedometer reader.
Yeah, 109 is about right now.
109 is about right, except it's just off. Yeah.
And like I said, when you're hitting for major, but 105, this could be good.
Yep,
right in that
good.
major zone. Now 107. This is the hole.
Oh.
466. Mr. McPeace is now playing with the dart. And now he's makes a quick adjustment, gets right back into the shot. And this on a beautiful line, by the way. Oh, just a little long. That's hurtful.
Oh, wow. Ooh, that's a.
He's going to give another shot at this. This is also on a great line.
Yeah, it is. Oh, my God.
Not quite there, and this is too far to the left.
But it's going to stay.
And time for 45. What a close match.
Oh, my goodness. Below him.
Yeah, below him. I'm going to enunciate. I can't do it.
So there you go. All right. So we have our 9 names. Congratulations to everybody that made the tournament tonight. Now I have a chance to make the cut. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a shot, so our field is set. As we wrap things up, what are you again, tomorrow?
Vibe check?
Yeah, vibe check.
Hey, vibe check.
Vibe check. You know where I go.
No, this is the calm before the storm. Like as you're going to see the 9 names up here: Ben Lacey, Reese, and I'm not going to butcher his last name again. Morgan Patchell, Lula Bell, Jim Pikel, Andrew Russell, Whammy, Tony Johnson, Brad Marquette, and Jordan Cook all get a shot to come qualify for the cut tomorrow at the World Championship. And vibe check. It's excitement now. It's time. It's time to get this thing rolling. We're going to wake up tomorrow. There's going to be a buzz in here that's going to be a little bit more subdued, a little calm.
Yeah.
But the action will get started Sunday when we get started with match play.
So our field is set. The room is winding down here as our tournaments are winding down. This was a really long day. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to all of our mobile players and everybody that hung out with us for that. That was an incredible championship.
Congratulations, Rick Copperthorne, by the way.
Incredible all around. So we crowned one champion. We're going to start crowning a second. We really did tonight. But tomorrow it gets underway with the qualifier. 11 p.m. Pacific time is when we're on. And all day long, more Golden Tee. For Longino, I'm Adam. Thanks again from the Palms. We'll see you guys tomorrow.